Mic check 212. Mic check 212. Can you guys hear me over there?
Loud and clear from
Everywhere.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Steve, can you hear us wherever you are
Loud
recording
and
from?
clear from Nigeria. Nigeria in the spirit. I'm Nigerian, so
God.
Where is your current location? That's how you do loud and clear over.
okay.
You went. I didn't
Loud.
do NYSC. You're the one that did. You have done anything closest to paramilitary. You are the one that has done it. I cannot be teaching you these things. I have not done. I did not do NYSC.
Still not paramilitary.
Boys
I saw the
paramilitary now.
Lagos. I saw the Lagos camp when they were doing Afrobeat concert every day. Okay, over and out from my bedroom in Canada. That's how specific I can go. Guys, I shared a video with you guys on last Saturday, a week today, right?
Yeah.
What videos are?
I went to cut my hair. I found this guy. Somebody told me about the guy on like in a white guy. They cut my hair since I the thing no enter, enter. So I was like looking
Yeah.
for like a black barber. So I was asking around, and they recommended me to a Nigerian that's like 10 minutes away from me. I'm like, okay. So I booked him from his website. When they immediately I got in there, it's like I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
Even in Canada, you can't hide.
I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I saw the picture. I saw the picture. Oh, the
Yeah,
video
yeah,
rather.
yeah. The
Yeah, I saw
video,
the video.
yeah.
I saw the video.
Cool guy, cool guy. I have to call him today too.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
Man, I need a haircut as well. Fuck. Oh, my guy is traveling back
You
to
always fresh.
Accra.
You always fresh stuff. Oh.
Man, my guy is traveling back to Accra. He said he's going for 6 weeks. So I told him the last week you are going, I
So
need
the
to do
last week that
6 weeks.
is going, you need to come.
Yeah.
Sadly,
Yeah, I need to go.
yeah.
Shout out to Kelvin, man.
When do you think your haircuts like? How long do you think your haircut like becomes? It does. Is it perfect from the first, just fresh from the cut, or it takes a week? Mine
Nah,
takes a
man, I
week.
need I need 3 days. The third
Oh,
day
okay, three
is
days.
like is
Three. The
like the
third day is like
resurrection.
the.
Yeah. The third day
The
is
third day is
when
when everything aligns.
ooh, so if you have an
You know.
event, if you have
Yeah.
an event on Wednesday, it's best to cut your hair on Sunday.
On Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
because
my
that
mine is like
second, third
5 days
day,
or so.
that second,
Yeah.
third day, ooh, that's when the thing now matures.
Much,
I mean, you
yeah,
can
yeah,
always give them
yeah.
fresh cut out of the barber shop
Out of
too.
the straight up.
You understand? Now until they always they get your own swag. You
You get your own
understand?
swag. Yeah,
Yeah, your
yeah,
own
yeah,
swag. So it
yeah.
depends on how you want to. But if you have a
Yeah, how
wedding,
you say?
you
Yeah.
understand? No, if you have wedding fresh out of the cut,
Oh,
some
okay,
things you
okay.
need to just look extra sharp.
Extra sharp.
Yeah, and
Everything
so
sharp.
you get where
Yeah.
they go, where you want, just day. You understand?
Yeah.
Shout
That
out to
makes
all
sense.
the barbers that have cut my
I
hair.
wonder
Miss
how AI
Ibrahim.
is going to come and take their own job.
Miss Ibrahim.
It go
Uh,
shock you.
it's going to take a while, but
It's
they
going to
will
take a really
create the
long while.
machines. They will create the
Yeah.
machines that you will just stick your head in, and
Yep.
then it will cut. But it will take a long time.
It will take a long while. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Makes
I don't
amazing
think
what. Yeah.
I don't think that's in the other preference for the AI people right now. I think it's
No,
still
absolutely
with
not.
them. Yeah.
Absolutely not. But what I'm seeing with AI, bruv, what I'm seeing with AI is
It's
crazy.
crazy.
But I'm not scared. A lot of people are scared and worried. Oh my
I'm
God.
not.
No,
It's just
man.
to adopt it as soon as possible. Bro, I use it.
Exactly.
I use it to run ads. Like everything. Put it there. Just move on with my life. And it's
Use it as a tool. It's like when
yeah,
the automobile came, people were complaining that they can't use horses anymore and carriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally the same thing. You understand? We can't use our horses and carriage and what are we
You have
doing?
to just
No.
evolve.
Exactly. Exactly. You should be thinking, how do I learn how to drive this thing so I can be more efficient at what I do? So that's where we are. And the other thing is, there's no point complaining. Like, there's no stopping this thing. That's also another thing where people say, oh no, this can't happen. You're not stopping it. This is your idealistic view of the world or how the world is meant to be, that there should not be any AI, etc, etc. It's not going to happen. Do you understand? Like, the
Mm-hmm.
evolution of man, the final evolution is AI is the next evolution. Just like how we had Homo erectus,
Homo
Homo.
sapien,
Uh huh. What was the first one?
Homo habilis, abi?
Do you understand? Whatever, right? Like where we are now, right? Ape to man. The next evolution is AI, and we will work for AI. It's going to happen. Like, don't guys, embrace it and die when you're going to die. Just you know, keep it moving, man. There's no stopping it. How do you use AI? The only fear I have with AI right now is because what we're talking about now is like innovation and how you can use it for good, right?
Yeah,
There are also people using it for evil, and that's the
of
thing
Yeah, the
about
course,
risk
innovation
of
and
of
that.
technology.
course. Yeah, that's the risk that will ever
There's a
happen.
video of
Yeah.
Rick Ross dancing in front of a Maybach. Someone had
Yeah,
to tell me the video is AI.
No,
I suspected it was, yeah.
Because I was
I,
looking, see, I wasn't so like. Let me explain. I'm like, this thing is crazy. Then I moved on. My brain never logged in because I just moved
that it
on.
was AI.
I never logged in and made the confirmation mentally that this thing is AI. This is a fake video. Then move on. My friend had to tell me and say it's AI. Then I now had to go back and say, okay, definitely
Okay,
AI.
yes,
Ross can't be dancing like this. Do you understand?
although he has some, Ross has
Although,
some.
Some freaky dance moves.
so
So,
hey,
Do
the
you
guy can
understand?
bust
yeah,
loose.
when I saw that, I was like, this is kind of extreme. This is kind of extreme. Yeah,
That you get my point now. So that's
yeah.
basically the problem now. People are creating like fake stuff, so many fake stuff, misinformation, and it doesn't help the world. And
At
it's
all.
just crazy how you should be using something to like better the world, but people are using it to do
Evil.
something entirely
But that's how
crazy.
it is. Every technology that we have is used for both, for both good and evil. Like you
Yeah,
talk about
it's the
cars
nature of
now.
man.
It made bank robberies like faster and quicker. The
And
way
Yes,
it
then
made your mobility quicker.
I'm out of here.
fair enough, fair
I'm
enough,
out of here, bro.
fair enough, fair enough. The transporter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So then you now have to
so
create like policing systems to curb.
policies, regulations, and stuff like that to check those things. Just
I
the
mean, that's
risk.
why. I mean, that's why England are trying to see if they can ban grok.
They actually
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
has even on I have seen that they kind of created
Limited.
a policy and a movement and they push for it. And right now, Grok can do what people are using it to do. For context, for people who
For
don't know,
images.
yeah, anytime people post images, mostly 90% women, 95% women, right? Users on the platform instruct the LLM Grok, right, to either take off their top or put them in bikini, put them in like compromising positions, right? And then
Yeah,
Grok goes ahead to do it. And it was happening for like at least 2 weeks. It was happening, and people were undressing mostly women. And
And the
to me,
CEO of the
right?
company said he wasn't aware
Yes. So
that Grok had that capability.
yes, Elon also encourages everything.
Everything.
It
Yeah.
literally encourages everything, right? So, but I think they created policy
Talk.
now, they push for it. The
Yeah.
government in the UK actually push for it. So now, if you send a request to Grok to do that, it tells you it can't violate people's policy, etc. Shortly before that policy was put into place, people were already mentioning Grok and saying, "Hi, my name is XYZ. If you are asked to, this is my photo. If you are asked to undress me, blah blah blah, do not do it as it violates my privacy." And then people tried to
yeah,
do it again, and it didn't work.
Oh, for real?
Yes,
yeah. I
but
saw, I saw,
yeah,
I saw tweets like that.
I mean, Thatcher also did it and asked. Then someone said,
That it
"Oh,
was only your own I saw because he did Grok worked on it and he worked, so
oh
that's why I
no, no,
was
no." The request was different because she said, "Oh, please do not undress me, XYZ." Someone said, "Oh, put a clown face on, I'll make her look like a clown." And
okay, okay,
then
okay, okay,
it
okay,
it,
okay.
it, it went ahead and did
He
it.
went ahead and prompted it. I think for me, you talked about the disinformation and misinformation that is being propagated with AI. I'm looking to not looking forward to see but I'm curious to see how it's will impact something like a Nigerian election. You
Oh,
know,
definitely, it's going to impact.
maybe the next one or so. But anytime I think about disinformation and information about like misinformation in the election period, I think about a strategy or SAGs always talked about. I'm not going to go into details, but it's just like making something appear so real, but it's still fake. Do you remember Osagie? Like the way you describe it, like make it properly, document it properly, and write it properly. People will think it's credible, but it's
Yeah,
not like it's all false,
Yeah,
yeah,
And that's what played out with the whole 2016 election in America, right? Almost the same
basically,
thing,
yeah.
basically the same thing. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
was built on misinformation.
or misinformation, you know. So yeah, let's see how you see how it goes.
Yeah, I think for me, like, right, they're like the incumbents, right? And not necessarily incumbent, but people that push and walk around the incumbent, they're a very bunch of cynical people, right? The way I see it, like they will use anything. They've used tribalism, they've used anything to win elections, they've used
Yeah.
violence, political, they've used thuggery, everything.
So this is not out of play. This is not out of reach for them.
No, but I am very surprised and shocked that they've not started to use like
Skill
AI.
issue. Skill
Yeah,
issue.
skill issue. They're actually just a dumb. They're daft people.
Dumb skill issue.
But
they're
trust me,
just
somebody will
dumb.
propose it to them. Trust me, somebody will propose it to them very soon.
The point and the issue is that they will not fund the thing well, so it will not
Yes,
be executed well.
it will not be executed well.
Anything that requires
a certain level of expertise.
Yes, they
Our
fail at
thoughts.
it. They fail
Yes,
at
they
it.
fail at it.
From
Yeah.
the president's photographer, right? I don't know if you saw
That-
one
the
picture.
Grok.
Bro, you use
No, not
Grok.
even
You never
Grok.
use AI.
No, I mean, that's there. There's also another one I saw, right, where they were taking a picture of the president. You know how they kind of did with Buhari, how they whitewashed his image with photography and everything. They
Yeah.
try and do it with the current president as well. They put a lot of people. So they showed him working very hard at his office on the table and had like bunch of papers and everything. And one guy said, there's something called a desk policy. If my CEO came to this desk where the president is, he'll probably be fined or be sent a query. Bro, they had papers everywhere. The whole thing was scattered. But if you look at it, I'll look for that picture and send it to you guys. It was actually arranged that way to make the president look as if he was busy because someone arranged the remote controls and they had this slanting order. That's when I knew that, the photographer or whoever is working there actually spread the paper out to make it look as if the president was working tirelessly. This is how dumb these people are.
I saw that.
Make sure working.
I saw that. Oh my god.
So like you guys said, I don't think they have the expertise, and you don't require a lot because all you're doing is prompting an LLM to do what? To get the results for you, bro.
But it still requires a certain level of expertise.
You need an idea.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what you need, right? You need a big idea. You need a goal. You need a big idea. You need a script. You need a storyline. You need to create the content. Right, and then you need to distribute the content, market the content, and distribute and market it. Right.
Yeah.
The LLM can build that whole strategy
framework.
That's the thing. When you have an idea right now using an LLM. I have an idea. I'm working on a project. I was telling you guys, and I've gone far on that project. Right, where I'm taking like someone's discography and using Python to compare, blah blah blah. And I'm still on it. Every weekend, a few hours, I work on it and I move on. Right. I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like I had the idea, but I built this idea by just chatting with the LLM, and then it built it. And you can tell it, give it to me in project timelines. How long am I going to be able to finish this thing? It's going to take you 40 weeks. Okay, for each week, design something that I have to do every week. Like from project mapping to project timeline to deliverables to who's involved. This thing can build it for you. But if you do not have sense, you can't achieve it. That's the problem. So I'm very surprised. The same thing in Uganda, right? The only thing, what did they do in Uganda? They just switched off the internet. Like these guys are just used to
that's classic dictator move. No.
Do you understand? They're just used to the old school way. Bro, am I going to start creating misinformation to sway the people?
It's
shut off the internet.
Just shut off the internet.
And I'm not advocating for misinformation. I'm just surprised that people who I have determined as evil are not using the most devious ways to actually achieve their results. They're underperforming to me. You're underperforming evil people. Anyways, man, enough about that. Are you guys ready to start the show?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Let's start. Let's start what we have.
Come on, make una use that energy. If not, una go so far. No worry.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Toye,
So much shit going on in this nation. They say the Northerners are planning an invasion. They say Buhari been dead, this is Jubril. SARS on the streets, still going for the kill. Who the fuck came up with this social media bill? Politicians still looting us with no chill. Laws get amended, we are not defended from the heartless. Everything we do is fucking lawless. Dog eat dog for jungle and that's the motto. Cutthroat hustling, we all fucking muscling. The blood of the innocent hanging over heads of you bastards in leadership. With God's flock, real talk, show me one thing that works for the good of the people. They ate so much and left the bones for the people. The government was designed to reap of the people. Deep down you don't give a shit about the fucking people. All chukunas of the country. Ndi nachi anye zubugo the country. Anyo ufuni werika na the country. Why are we struggling hard in our country? All chukunas of the country. Ndi nachi anye zubugo the country. Anyo ufuni werika na the country. Why are we struggling hard in our country? In the words of my mama, there will be karma. Retributive justice, not the British Costas. Typical story of the haves and the have-nots. At this point I was only jotting down my thoughts. Fight the Kraken with the head of Medusa. Stand up and take charge, the mic gun us down, I know. But the fuckery will never really end. The whole system is a joke. Nigeria is always broke, foreign debts, deficit. All of this shit so confusing. The hardship, the tough times telling on the people. Who the fuck will clean the tears of the people? Are we really a country or just a sea of greedy people? We so divided. The east and the west never see eye to eye. The north holding on to power. No love, no trust, all I really see is lost. More looting my people, let's really start uprooting. My raps prosecuting, deadpan like Vladimir Putin. Cop shooting, God still suiting. Can't stop till I get a motherfucking footing. This one no be Lamba, Chapo Black Mamba. Every time I yarn the streets, they understand my grammar. They know say I they para for them, God go punish them. Boys they for street, 2 days, they never lamb. Boys still asking if I really shot Ram. Bad as it be, finally all of us not jam. Niger such a bad taste, spit it out like phlegm. Niger such a bad taste, spit it out like phlegm.
Tell somebody to tell anybody to tell every person to tell everybody. Them carry matter go for ballet house. I no go, I no think twice. I no care, I no face fighting. I no be the one who hearing these guys. They know they think right. Tell everybody to tell everybody.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Tell everybody. Tell somebody to tell anybody to tell every person to tell everybody. Hey, my ballet house.
You are now listening to
Let's
Loose
start
Talk.
what we have come. Let's start what we have come into.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
The hands on the clock, it's 1:15. God's words forever, the music is God's vicinity. All work for better, but as long as I decreeing this, your ears will be blessed as you listen with cross and discipline. Non-fiction, real life, not written with ink type. No genre, this is whatever the fuck I feel like. For watch about the witness, this is a VIP invite. For all the mistakes man makes, I'm feeling this with insight. 100% love for my imaginary hater, still trying to find the source of the licks of Honduras papers. Journalistic poetry out of space, it's a cold place. Hell on earth, Nigeria stays burning as it rotates. Trying to speak on behalf of my people, hoping they holds weight. No wait, the bastards shut the messengers at the toll gate. Whether you find soulless, fashion statements with no taste. Price tag on my life, but my soul ain't for the showcase. Lactose intolerant, but I'm a serial kind of guy. NASCO for terrorism, no justice for the blind or freedom for the woke. I'm on DJ Corpus kind of time. Son of God, son of John, my inheritance to shine. It's heavy on my mind, circumstances behind my birth. Placed in the country that greatly stifles the best and slowly kills off the rest. My only feeling of regret is looking at my passport and I'm thinking of self-defense. The Yahoo boys dealings and the ritual killings, fake miracles and healings, such a mutual feeling. The hands on the clock is 1:15. God's words forever, the music is God's vicinity. All work for better, but as long as I decreeing this, your ears will be blessed as you listen with cross and discipline. Non-fiction, real life, not written with ink type. No genre, this is whatever the fuck I feel like. For watch about the witness, this is a VIP invite. For all the mistakes man makes, I'm feeling this with insight.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.
Yes, y'all. You're now welcome to another episode of your favorite podcast, Loose Talk. Yes, y'all. We had to start the show. You guys like how we start the show with the music, right? You guys like it. You love the energy. You love how it's going. Yeah. You
Nice choice
loved
of
it.
songs.
Yeah. I got you. I was a DJ in my past life. Remember when I used to make those mixtapes? Oh
I remember that was a
yeah.
past life.
Past life many years ago. We started the show with Country by Ill Bliss off his Illy Chapo, critically acclaimed Illy Chapo X album.
Yeah.
The song went on to win Lyricist on the Roll
Woo-hoo.
at the Headies. What a record. And then we followed it up with AQ and Brimero on Ballet's House. The two records, basically hip hop records, just kind of curate what was going on in the country at the time. And if I told you those songs were released just yesterday, apart from when
Yeah.
Iblis talked about Buhari being Jubril.
Yeah.
You understand? You won't argue with me. You say, oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that's the tragedy of Nigeria. She never
hmm,
changes.
the tragedy of Nigeria. Shit
Mm.
never changes. Max Solon, hope you're listening, man. Hope you are listening.
Speaking of Maxwell, at some point, Maxwell, you have to give us like commission or something because the amount of props we are giving you, we see people always saying, "Oh, because of loose talk, we bought this book." So please, Max, at least if you can even give us 10%, give us dedication in the next book.
And for me, right, it just goes to tell the power of the media and how there's an underrepresentation of this kind of conversation in media spaces.
Oh
Look how
yes, there
powerful
is.
Kataife is, right? Do you see how powerful
Yeah,
Kataife is? You know
they're
one
abusing
thing
the
that
charts.
you know one,
Powerful.
bro, when it comes to
Influential.
media, influential. That when I mean, okay, so in
Yeah,
context, what I mean here is influential,
yeah,
Okay.
right? And I'll explain to you. You know how we always say, oh man, the average Nigerian might not understand what we're saying. The average Nigerian doesn't really grasp stories, etc, blah, 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 right? It's like how
mm-hmm.
you can say, oh, the average, or let me put it like this. We have a large population that cannot even like identify with some of the things we talk about.
Yes,
If we're keeping it a buck, right? And I'm moving beyond Lagos here, I'm saying the average Nigerian that you go to the bus stop to talk to, do you consume the same kind of content they consume?
No.
nope.
Do you understand my point? So, but we have those kind of conversations here, and then we feel like the average Nigerian really can't understand. I'm here to tell you that that is 100% lie. Anybody can consume anything. It is the way it is presented to them that is most important, right? Like I've told you guys, I don't know if I've said it on the pod before. I probably have. We went to the north. I was working for a financial technology company at the time, and we're rolling out um like Uber like services, right? Transportation services, but from your
Yeah,
phone, right? We went to Kano and we're doing it with bikes in Lagos. You can order a ride through your phone, the bike appears, boom, can take you to the destination, right? We went to Kano and upon getting there, I mean, we had done our research, but upon getting there, it was confirmed that bikes are not allowed in Kano. And this was because they were trying to reduce the um they were trying to reduce like terrorism strikes and all of that. They noticed that a lot
yeah.
of people were using bikes to carry out like small attacks and all of this. So you can't have two people on the bike. Bikes were allowed, but you can't have two people on the bike. If you're going to allow a second person on the bike, it has to be like your wife.
Mm.
So you couldn't see like two guys on the bike. Not possible. And if you can't have two guys on the bike, it means the business model is dead, right?
Yeah.
So immediately we rode back to HQ and said, "Hey, this is what's
I'm
going
sorry.
on."
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you know the reason for that law or something?
Yeah, because they were trying to, because of the level of
Terrorist
the number
attacks.
of terrorist attacks that happened.
Oh,
They were
okay,
using
okay.
bikes to carry out those
Bikes.
terrorist
Okay,
attacks.
okay. Security. It's for security reasons. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay.
security
Reasons.
reasons, right?
All
So
right.
they were trying to reduce that as much as possible. And to a large extent, it had worked because they were using bikes to mobilize themselves. Imagine like 10, 20 people just jumps on bikes, boom, they're somewhere the
Yeah,
attack
just
is,
roll.
so they had stopped that. So we got there, bikes not allowed. What are we gonna do? but we saw there were kekes everywhere. And for those who don't know what kekes are, we're talking about the tricycles, right?
Yeah.
The tricycles with the cover. They were everywhere. Bro, there were so many tricycles, right? The tricycles used to constitute traffic. Not cars, the tricycles. There were tricycle
Damn.
traffics, right? That's how many there were. So what did we do? Rode back to HQ. This is what's going on. HQ, boom, 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 developed a new model, started using tricycles. Rebranded it and named everything. New brand, new whatever. Very similar to the old brand. New like campaign color, everything, right? I wrote everything from my hotel room. Brrr, named it, everything, sent it over. With the team, right? We were working with tricycle riders, keke riders who don't speak English, guys.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to, we gave them mobile phones, right? That's smartphones. We gave them smartphones. They were able to accept rides, save their money, store their money, transfer their money between our wallets, right?
Yeah.
And their bank accounts, accept rides, chat with people, everything. And these people were not regarded as educated.
Yeah.
Bro, in our third month, we're doing 70,000 rides a day.
Damn.
Month 3, 70,000 rides a day. This made me believe that this whole thing, this whole technology bubble we think we're in, there's nothing like that. As long as you have simple knowledge base in which you can convey the message, people will adapt to any sort of technology. And this is what companies like WhatsApp and Facebook have been able to do. It's a graph, right? The graph on the y-axis is technology. On the x-axis is local relevance.
Yeah.
So the higher you go in technology and the farther you go in local relevance, if you meet at a sweet spot, which is like the top right corner of the graph, you've made it, which is where WhatsApp and Facebook are. Which leads me to what I'm trying to convey now. If we say, oh, a Kata Efe or a VDM only reach the masses because they speak in their language and everything, why aren't we taking the best of content, right?
Yeah.
And feeding it through that
Bubble.
content type, right? And funnel to those people. Do you think people, what I'm trying to say is that some people are of the idea that, oh, a Max Solum book about the history of Nigeria is too complex for like the average guy to read and understand. And I call BS on that. It is because it has not been delivered. They might not read a Max Solum book because it's too high level. And this high level is not high level. They're just reading history, right?
Just normal.
But the way it is, an uneducated person that can't read, right? If you deliver it in such a way that Kataefe is currently delivering it on Twitch, do you think they will not understand and be awoken?
Of course they will.
I think I like this point because I was thinking about it, seeing how Tayo Yedele, that's the chairman of the tax reform committee, how he has been kind of like struggling. You can see that you can see his frustration with the way he expresses, some of his communication. They've not helped him to misinformation also has not helped. And I was thinking about the propagation and the distribution of the truth in the tax reforms, right? And why you're not propagating it with the likes of a VDM. A VDM channeling your tax reform messages through a VDM is going to be more effective than anything that you're doing on the internet right now, especially to the average Nigerian. Do you get?
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, like in terms of national discourse, why are you not using characters like that, people, influencers like that, to propagate and to distribute the information that you really need? Tying into what Osagie is just trying to say. Use these people to disseminate the right information. And I think with that, there will be how do I put it? At least there will be of like positive, it will be net positive in terms of their presence and their influence on the internet and in the Nigerian media space, It
leads me to believe two things. Either these people are just incompetent and don't know how to like further break down information, or two, their goal is actually confusion.
Yes.
Because if you shed, you know what they say, sunlight is the best disinfectant.
Yes.
If we actually open up everything and put sunlight in there, maybe we will actually know the truth and then know that, hey, this thing is not good, which is what KPMG did.
Yeah.
Right? They did a clear, thorough explainer saying there are too many inconsistencies in this thing. And maybe they don't want to further it because
Of
the
course, you know.
inconsistencies will be clear.
Yeah, it makes sense. Although there's still the argument to say these influencers on the individual basis, do you think they will even agree to be part of these conversations? How do you think they will view this kind of conversations?
I think most of them will see it as volatile, as per they do not want to. This tax issue is very controversial, and if you are coming and you are seen as an instrument of the government, it might hurt your brand at the end of the day.
That's a lie, Ayo. What are you saying? Influencers and artists are the most useless people. They go
But
where the flow is. There's no, see, bro, files, yes. I'm telling you, people put too many trust in influencers and artists. They are the most easily bought people. They go where the flow is. Once there's money there or there's power there, they don't say no to anything. Why do you think most of them don't even say anything negative about the country? It's because all of them don't want to offend somebody's son now. We all know now. Make we know they lie now. Do you understand? But that you won't tell me artists have a conscience and say, oh, my brand, so I can't.
No, I don't even think about artists because artists can't even do this.
Get a fucking phone call from somebody and then they will shut everything down. I don't even have respect for influencers, popular people, all these people, because we all know how it is. Do you understand? Behind it is one phone call. All of them are more guy call. Do you understand? It's only people like Fowls and a couple of other people. I won't just mention Fowls alone that have kind of broken free out of
that mode
of that mode and say, you know what, I can do this because I'm untouchable. And he can only do it because, to give it a buck, his father is Femi Falana.
Exactly.
At the end of the day,
it's from a position of privilege.
Yes.
You know?
And for the other people who aren't really down with what's going on and want to be vocal about it, they also understand the injustice in Nigeria.
Yes, no.
For crying out loud, somebody came out and said, hey, man, I tried this tomato paste and I think there's sugar in it.
Still locked up. You think she's still locked up?
Bro, I read the Gist guys did a whole breakdown on what this woman has gone through since that video dropped on Facebook. Damn. The world, Nigeria was looking, we basically witnessed injustice against this woman. How somebody who is a manufacturing giant and is powerful used the judiciary and legislative powers, judiciary mostly, to
and the secure enforcement.
Thank you. And
to harass and frustrate the woman.
And frustrate this woman just because she put out a video critiquing his product. So everybody knows that injustice thrives in Nigeria. Nobody's going to, bro, at some point, even on Loose Talk, we're going to say, you know what, Bennett.
Yep.
Yeah, because guess what? I don't want them bro, they pick up iron now. What are we going to do?
I'm not saying international straight.
Free AAT too.
No, what are you going to do? If they pick up iron now, bro, have you seen injustice happen? Recently, I'm privy to somebody using 30 to 40 million naira to pick up another person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you.
Crazy.
And this thing happens like this.
Yeah.
And you can't do anything. You think, you know, and I remember somebody on the call, I was having a call with someone said, well, this is not right. We should be able to. I'm like, come on, man.
And the thing about these cases in Nigeria is that sense, that feeling of defeat that it gives to you. Like you're just defeated. They break you.
Yeah.
Like you are just frustrated because there's nothing you can do.
Bro,
you know,
somebody
the system does not back you. No institution
me.
will support you.
My neighbor physically attacked me in Lagos, back in Lagos. Do you understand? I was telling people about it now in the group. We've forgotten. Physically attacked me. I ended up spending 20,000 naira that night. Physically attacked me, right? By the time I called the police, by the time the police came, I was in my house. My other neighbor had to come and tell me that better come and talk to the police, because the person that physically attacked you is now telling them another story.
It's changing the story.
Then I come out and the police is like, we want to see you. I'm like, you want to see me? I'm the one that called you people. You say you want to see me. And then we go to the police station and it's another story.
Yeah.
You don't change the case on your head now.
So I'm not going to blame like any influencer who even wants to do the right thing. VDM. Do you understand? Look at VDM. And people go, why do we talk about VDM? You people don't know why we should be talking about people like that.
He owns the country.
These people are more influential than your senators.
He owns the country.
what your senators have is
money.
Power and
It's
money.
power, yeah, and
What
money,
this guy
yeah.
has is influence.
Influence. Raw influence.
How many
Like,
followers does he have on
without any-
Instagram now? Let me check.
Yeah, without any like, nobody's going there expecting any like financial benefits. Like, the reason people flock to your senators is because they expect something. Do you get? They're expecting money, favors, and stuff like that. Nobody's going, to VDM for that. Maybe like to seek justice in the face of injustice that Osagie just mentioned. But this is just undiluted influence, like really, really, really huge. They own the country, to be very honest.
He's
It's
got
insane.
2.8 million followers.
People like VDM, Gege, Pella.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that are on the streets
Gege,
now.
Pella, Kataife. What Kataife is doing on Twitch, guys think, it's just, oh man, look what he's doing. He's rubbing powder on his body. It's nuisance. We know it's
I don't even
nuisance.
see the
What I'm
Kataife.
trying-
His
Oh,
method,
man.
there's a
Because
method to his
it's not
madness.
Instagram.
They've
It's not
now
Instagram.
gone. They've now gone on Twitch, right?
Yeah.
People, thousands of people are there with him on Twitch, right? Like what them Kai Senat and Co have done.
Yeah.
And then some of those clips make it to like social media. Like
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
social
So they
media.
cut it, they clip it and put it all over everywhere else.
You understand? And these guys have become a growing influence, right? So you have Kara Ife, you have Charles Okocha just joined, by the way.
Yeah.
Who react? Oh,
Yeah,
He suits his,
phenomenal.
his personality.
yeah, he just opened it. He just opened his own.
but the thing is it about personality or it's about the age group that you can attract?
Bro, no, it's about being ridiculous or controversial.
I think
That's all.
Charles can attract the Gen Zs and Alphas. I think he can.
It's
Okay.
about being ridiculous or controversial. You will attract
And loud.
anybody.
Yeah.
Just be on one side of that spectrum. Who is Daddy Freeze's audience? Are they old people or young people?
True.
I think for Daddy Freeze is old because of the religious angle. I don't see a 19-year-old going to Daddy Freeze's
When was-
live.
He's not doing religious again. This man was
He does.
Not doing
He
religious
does.
again.
Face now.
He does. He
He still
on
does his
Sundays.
religious thing.
He preaches on Sundays. And some days whenever there's no
For real?
topic, he goes, yes, now. Daddy Freeze. He still preaches on. So if you go to his this thing now, you will see with the Bible, him and one babe. I don't know who the baby is. They'll be talking about Christianity. He still does
And
his
that's my
thing.
point here. My point here is these guys, what happens to people who are very influential? What happens? People reach them. People get to
Yes,
them.
they have to get both. Yeah, because there's power in that.
People get to them and say, hey, we're going to put this money. And pay is either power or money. And in some cases, in recent years, it's both.
It's
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
We're going to give you some money, but you're also going to do what we want you to do.
Of course, no.
If you do not do it, biggie. So that's where we are, guys. What do we have to do? First of all, a round of applause to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Them boys.
A round of applause to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. You know, for me, before I go into my trolling, I want to say shout out to those guys. The games I watched, I'm very impressed. This is one of my enjoyable AFCONs following Super
Yeah, it
Eagles.
is. Yeah, it is. That's very enjoyable.
In a long time. And I'm thinking the last time I enjoyed watching the Super Eagles, I think was that 2002 or 2004 AFCON. The one that Utaka scored against,
Cameroon.
was it Cameroon? That was
That's
2002, right?
No.
2004.
wasn't.
That was 2004 when they brought the band back.
Yeah, where the brought yeah.
After they disbanded them for the 2002. See, that whole disbanding for 2002 World Cup, that whole
Was
charade,
criminal. Was criminal.
We would have done way better if they took the boys.
Yeah. The boys who got you the
Was
ticket, if you are taking them. Yeah.
The one that Onigbi took them Julius Agawa, the younger generation.
Then Joseph Yobo.
Yeah.
And they
If
left
they had-
Olise out.
Yes. You know, very, very sad. Very, very sad. Anyways, shout out to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The Algeria game is peak Super Eagles football. I've not watched a football game, the Super Eagles like that in years.
That second goal. Oh my lord. That's
You know,
art.
No,
Work of art.
it was peak football. Even the game against Morocco, you could see they were playing against 13 men. The referee was biased. The media team, right? The media team handling. I don't know if you guys noticed handling like the camera angles and everything.
Yeah,
they were
the
also
camera.
very biased.
Yeah, whenever there was a whenever there's a call for the Super Eagles, you will see that camera angle no go show. Maybe only one.
And they weren't playing the replay.
Yeah.
It was very biased, you know.
Also, in what
I
about
don't even have a recollection of that Morocco game. That was how sick I was.
Did you see
I
the
was
clips
very
of
emotional about it.
And what about
Did you see-
them
yeah,
throwing the
where-
banana at him?
Yeah, the
Throwing
banana
banana
him,
and taking
even
his
stealing
towel.
his towel.
And
Yeah,
towel.
taking his toll. North Africans. North Africans. You're not
This
beating
what happened
the
to
racist
Speed.
allegations.
This is what happened to Speed in Nigeria.
Yeah.
We just watch a football match and they're throwing water at him. And
Yeah,
they,
they were throwing trash at him.
you say he doesn't understand what
Also,
he's doing.
when he went to Egypt,
Egypt.
it was one of his most uncomfortable visits.
Yeah.
This is
Bro,
too-
there's a video of someone just calling him the hard N. The hard
Oh,
N word.
oh, really?
Like just shouting out. I'm like, he was just walking on the street and the guy was like, what? These people are never beating the allegation. Never.
Somebody tweeted that now Speed will know why sub-Saharan Africans do not fuck with North Africans.
Yeah.
They will know
Yep.
why now.
I'm saying, guys, you're not beating the racist allegations.
No,
you're not
never.
beating it.
Never.
With what we've seen so far. And I really do hope, and that's why I'm glad we beat Egypt yesterday. So 1 down. I really do hope Senegal can
No,
do
the
something.
hate watch is going to be epic tonight.
But I don't think they can because Koulibaly is injured. If they can,
Bro, it
I
can't.
love what the Falcons, Super Falcons did. Sorry, was it the Falcons? Yeah, the Falcons.
Yes,
the
the Falcons did.
I don't know. I
The
don't
Falcons,
know how
rather.
you guys do it. Me,
Super Falcons.
I have a better feeling if the people who defeat me in maybe on the way to the final wins it. It gives me a better.
It doesn't give me better.
No.
Bro,
Those guys
we
don't
lost
deserve
some
anything.
It gives me
Bro,
a
those
better.
guys don't-
How do I put it?
Bro, waiting
reason for we losing.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
did,
Yeah,
we truly did lose.
we truly did
the better
lose to
team.
the champions. That's
It's good
how I
that
see it.
Steve, it's good that you're an evolved human being. But me, I'm down in my hate.
I'm down.
Hate.
I'm down with Ayo here.
Hey.
I'm
But it's going to be
down
worse.
with-
If you think what the Moroccans did to us
No.
is what they're going to do tonight. will be
But you know what would
diabolic.
be shameful? You know what would be
Oh.
shameful? This would be on the world stage. You have more eyeballs and everything, right?
Bro, they don't have shame.
They don't have
They
shame.
don't have
actually.
shame.
You're right.
Because
you
that
see what they
game
started doing
against
to the
Super Eagles-
Senegalese team? They put them in a shitty hotel.
Yes.
They had to change the hotel. In fact, the Senegalese FA put
Had
out
to write
a
a letter.
whole letter.
Yeah.
You know, put out a whole freaking letter. Where is it? I'm looking for that letter just to read it. Put out a whole letter, and I'm like, you guys can do better. I know they've invested a lot. They've invested like a lot into it. People have talked about the world-class pitches. We also talked about what Morocco has done generally in their
Yeah,
FA and how
definitely.
they've been able to build semi-finals, their women's team, their men's team. They've not lost a home game in 30-something, I think, since 2002. They have one ridiculous record of not losing at home, you know, for a very long time, close to 30 years. But look at what the Senegalese FA put out as a statement leading to these finals. They've complained about the lack of security on arrival in Rabat, accommodation not up to standard, official complaint led to the new hotel, refused to train at Morocco Technical Center, have not received feedback on training requests, lack of tickets and access for Senegalese fans, have only 2 tickets and VVIP and no ability to buy VIP or VVIP as they did in the semi-finals. The state they bought tickets for fans but claim heavy restrictions from CAF. They have 300 tickets for category 2,850 and 17 for category 3. So that's for category 2, 850 and then for 17 for category 3, and feel the quantity is not sufficient for fans of Senegal in Morocco. They request the CAF and the LOC take the corrective measures as soon as possible to guarantee the respect and principles of fair play, equality, and security for the success of African football. I'm not surprised. You know why I'm not surprised? When I
Yeah.
was young, I used to watch the CAF Champions League.
Champions League, and it was standard. This is what they used to do.
What we knew growing up back then in secondary school is that if you go and play in the north, you are most likely going to be attacked, or there was always going to be something crazy going on. We used to see footage. We used to hear of these stories.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. Going to North Africa to go and play is hell. It's hell. If you know African football, it is hell.
It can't be that
Pure
deep,
hell.
guys. It can't
Oh,
be
my,
that.
it's
And
deep,
this is
it's
why
deep.
I am supporting Sadio Mane. Bro, I'm Senegalese today, man.
Today,
What's
man,
that
I'm Akon.
Gianni
I'm Akon
Infantino
today.
video? I am West African. I am Senegalese today.
I'm Akon in the flesh, bro.
Bro, my name is Akon.
Bro. And guess what they're playing the next WAFCON?
Of course, Morocco.
Morocco. Yeah.
everything is happening in Morocco.
Assistant Oshala has complained that we know, but come on, at this point, it's getting ridiculous.
Do you understand? I saw the CAF awards they did. Everybody, all the coaches, everything, boom,
Yeah.
all Moroccan rather.
MVP was not our captain. They gave it to a Moroccan.
Yeah.
Coach that won the tournament.
They gave it to the Moroccan. So
Nah.
they're overdoing it.
They
lost the final. They lost the final of the AFCON last year to the Falcons. To the
I heard
Falcons, rather.
I heard they took the referee to court. That's how bad they got pissed.
Do you understand? So this one, Senegal, show me what you got.
Almost spirit of the black man. They are doing for the whole of Africa.
Show me what you got. Sadio Mane, you already did it for me against Salah. Mohamed Salah, you did it for me.
Do it again. Do it again, please. I
Do
beg.
it again. I want Ashraf Hakimi crying. Do it again. I want.
I say that you people are asking for too much. That's
Why?
the thing. You can see that CAF there's a reward campaign going on for Morocco right now with the whole CAF organization.
Yep.
Anything CAF now, from individual awards to CAF awards
Morocco.
to even is Morocco. So let's just give this to them. When was the last time they won AFCON?
No. They won
It's been a
individual
while.
awards. They won individual award. Let us win the group award. Is that what's that? Waiting concern is this thing. But if they want to win, can they win fairly? Must they use tactics?
Must they?
Pointing lasers at players at their old age. Come on now.
Now back
So
to the Super Eagles.
talking
Back
about
to-
winning.
Yeah,
Talking about winning fairly, they are currently also, like, to be very honest, like without any bias, like one of the best teams, like top
So,
3 teams.
so
in
why are they
Africa.
being helped all the time?
So why did Kofi?
When
go
you say
ahead?
the help is also over. Let's listen. It's just the
Why did-
antics of
I hate this
Northern
thing Steve does.
African-
This
No.
Northern African
This thing
hosts,
Steve does
right?
where he wants
Does this
to-
happen in the Euros?
Hold on, Steve.
Does it happen in
Hold
the
on.
Euros?
This thing where Steve does this, making excuse for bad behavior just because there's what it is. I'm not calling out the bad behavior.
The context is the context.
Terrible behavior, and you need to change as a person. You need to change. It's
oh, this
horrible behavior.
is about me now. No,
Yeah.
not Morocco and CAF.
It's a horrible
Maybe like a
behavior.
Moroccan.
Morocco has not won AFCON
And-
since
And
1976.
sometime, excuse me, please, I'm not done with you. And sometimes
All
you
right.
need to change this behavior because people are listening. Young people are listening, and we're talking about influence and power. We just talked about it for at least 30 minutes now.
Yeah.
People are listening. Stop.
Do you think
creating
the
excuses
referee
for bad
decisions?
behavior.
Do you think the referee decisions were the deciding factor in our game against Morocco?
Yes.
There were highlights.
No, now
The strong
come on now.
highlights.
You know those. See, Solis tweeted something about this. This is kind of refereeing decision that's very, very gaslighting. It's gaslighting in the sense that it's not the reason that you win, that you lose. It's also like it's not very, very, very. It's not a huge determinant of what happens, but the little nuances in the game, it just kills the morale. I understand, but tactically and the game state itself, Super Eagles were never dominant in the game. We just heard them off. It was a very tactical game. Everybody heard of each other, and it went to penalties. And it was a fair game in penalties. Was there any referee decision in penalties? No. Did you get?
Go revoke
You
your
know,
Nigerian
so-
citizenship very fast.
I understand, bro. I was sick in that game, so there's nothing to, to complain about.
Anyway.
Let's just move on. The thing I pointed to say, although I'm always predicting that that's why Eagles are going to win AFCON, blah 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 blah.
No, not man for you. No.
But I think that this our 2 AFCON has been very, very similar, and it looks like we are building to something. And I'm looking forward to it.
It's a
That's
golden
just all.
generation. We're not building to anything. No. This is the golden
They're
generation.
already
We should
old,
have
though.
won. We should have won that last one that we went to the
It's
final
2
and
years.
not lost
It's
to Cote. And not
They
lost
have
to
2
Cote. We
years.
had no business losing to Cote d'Ivoire in that
To the
last.
hosts, the
yes.
hosts that miraculously survived the quarterfinals and had all the hype and energy
So?
and this like fate-like
Did you
journey.
watch? Did you watch
to
that
the,
game?
to the title.
You watched that game, right?
It was a terrible game. Now we were all injured. All our players were injured in the game. Our right back was injured. That's
I beg,
like we're not
let's-
fit.
Let's stop overhyping
You know?
these hosts because I remember in 2000 Nigeria lost to Cameroon. So let's stop hyping these hosts. Nation.
Who was the CAF
Yeah.
president?
Nigeria lost to Cameroon after coming back from 2-0. You had
Yes,
all
I
the
had
momentum to go and score the 3rd goal, but you couldn't.
Eh.
And you allowed the
So-
game to go into penalties.
So maybe we'll stop all these hosts. You can beat hosts anytime. And those
You
guys
know,
do
how
not-
can Victor Weber score a penalty and put his hand on his head?
There's no goal line technology then. No.
There's no goal line technology. So is your actions and your character and your That's the goal line technology. If you play a penalty and you put your hand on your head, you are telling the referee that you didn't score the penalty. If you had scored, if you had played that goal, if you started celebrating after that penalty, the referee will point to the will point it as a goal. So those are like little nuances that just determine like history, and it's frustrating, but it is what it is.
Anyways, a round of applause to Super Eagles again. With that victory over Egypt in third place, our stats at AFCON now is 3 times winners, right, in 1980, 1994, and 2013. 5 times silver medalist in 1984, 1988, 1990, 2000, and 2023. And 9 times bronze medalists in 76, 78, 92, 2002, 2004, 2006. Oh my God. We went back to back to back
Very annoying.
losses
Very
in the
annoying.
semifinals. Then
Yeah.
2010, then 2019, and of course in 2025. So that's 3 gold, 5 silver, 9 bronzes. We had the most medals in AFCON. So we've been to the most semifinals. and
That's the way
won,
you're
like, the
looking
most
at it.
medals.
I think if you look at it, the Super Eagles have lost the most finals too. Because that's where I'm looking at it.
No,
Oh.
lost the most semifinals.
Okay, lost the most semifinals.
Yeah,
We lost this.
We've been in 9 semifinals.
We lost.
As a matter of fact, we've been in 9 semifinals, and we've been in
How many
8
finals have we
finals. 8.
8. Bro, I think we've lost the most finals.
I think we've lost.
We've
I
lost
think
the
so.
most
We
finals.
lost the final. We lost. Was it 90? No, we didn't lose the final in 92, right? We lost in 90. We won in 1980.
Yes, as host nation.
In 1990, did you lose the final? Osagie, we're looking at it.
Yes.
In 92, what did you do? Third place.
We lost the semi. We won third place. We lost the semifinal.
Third
and
place.
we won third
How about
place.
88? What did we do in
Okay,
88?
so
In 88, we lost the final.
and what happened in
Yeah.
94?
In
We
84,
won.
94, we won. So
Yes.
final, third place, winning, right? And guess what has happened in the
congratulations,
last two
guys. We have a
AFCONs?
new data analyst on the podcast.
So guess what's now happening in the next AFCON? As long
We
as
are
Morocco
winning.
is not hosting or a North African country.
Morocco will host the next one now.
Jesus
Nah.
Christ.
Shame no day now. Shame no
But
day.
we won in Tunisia now. So correct. It even fits. So let Morocco host again. No wala. We'll win
All
the
right.
next one.
All right.
I was
Let's
just
go.
looking for like some story on this thing, right? And then I saw a screenshot. Someone posted a screenshot on X or a Facebook screenshot. Says striker Victor Osimhen, and they used AI to create the video, the picture. Striker Osimhen proposed to actress Regina
Yeah, I
Daniel
saw that.
right
I
at the
saw that.
stadium. Wow, big congratulations, guys! It has 8,800 thumbs up and 790 comments.
Talking about AI misinformation that we started the podcast with.
Do
You know the
understand?
funny thing? Do you know how many WhatsApp groups that thing has entered already? And are talking about
Oh my
it.
God. The people that even create, and the motivation for creating this thing, right, is just to make money. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
we
Because
all know.
if you pull out money making from it, people won't use AI for this
People,
kind of
yeah.
content.
Banga
They'll
boys will
stop
not exist
immediately.
again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's keep it moving. So yeah, the federal government of Nigeria is spending
Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, man.
the federal government of Nigeria is spending 6 billion naira every 6 months paying US lobbyists to neuter Trump ties. The federal government is paying Washington-based consulting firm DCI Group for an initial 6 months for $4.5 million, with a similar amount due for a subsequent 6 months. The deal will cost Nigeria 13 billion naira in total. Oh my
Yeah?
God.
What's
The
that,
Reuters is
That'd be
reporting
more.
it. The Reuters
What's-
is
Yeah,
reporting it.
Reuters is
Yeah, this is Reuters.
reporting.
So, yeah.
Right? Reuters is reporting it. It says Nigeria's government has hired a US lobbying firm to neutralize with Trump's administration and counter what it says is misinformation from Christian evangelical groups and others that minimize its efforts to protect the country's Christians. US President Donald Trump redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern in November, promising military action if he failed to crack down on the killing of Christians. The US then launched an airstrike in Nigeria on Christmas Day that Trump said targeted Islamist militants. We've talked about it just now. They've hired the Washington consulting firm DCI Group with an initial 6 months of $4.5 million, with a similar amount due for a subsequent 6 months, according to a December 18 filing with the U.S. the U.S. Department of Justice posted on the DOJ website. Nigeria's presidency did not immediately respond to a request for comments. I want to know, has Nigeria responded to this at all?
No, not at all. They've not responded in any way.
So
that's to tell you that that's not something they are proud of.
They've not.
That's something they wanted to do they've not confirmed it. They've not confirmed
on the low. On the low.
How do you justify paying a lobbyist firm? I mean, we have to look at the outcome, right? The outcome is to what? Is to nurture the ties with Trump and counter what he says is misinformation. And then you spend $4.5 million, and then you're going, and then, a similar amount for another 6 months. So basically $9 million.
Yep. $9 million.
No money.
I'm just thinking about the kickback that will happen in that deal. The person that presented that deal from the federal government.
That's the first thing that came to my head. The first thing that came to my head. Do you know the first thing that came to my head?
Oh,
you guys won't believe. The first thing that came to my head is a Nipo baby in the next 10 years doing music. Right?
This guy.
And it's tied back to
Osagie don't turn this into film.
And it's tied back to in fact, a Nipo baby in the next 15 to 17 years doing music, and it's tied back to somebody's grandfather that made money from off this deal.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
That was the start of their lineage. Yeah.
That's what came to my head immediately. Not even this. Yeah. It's just like in another generation, right? There's a Nipo baby opening an art gallery in Nigeria, talking about how they really want to just portray the new Africa. And then you're wondering, how did they have so much money in this?
I wonder why you are focused on some specific industries. First of all, it was music. Now art gallery. Is there something that you want to tell us?
Or maybe they start like a scent candle business.
I want to mention
or the person might just decide to have their little chef company, and then
God,
they're different. They're different because there are certain industries these people go and play in.
I also want to mention one, but it's too close to people who know what I'm
it's too close to home. I mean,
I don't put it.
This is an industry that people when they hungry know they go there. Yeah.
Do you understand?
There has to be a huge safety net before you go into some certain industry as an entrepreneur.
My brother, why did I quit making music?
Do
you know the decision that made me not necessarily quit, but do you know? Nice one. I'll say this one.
No, you go talk about you.
Make I free.
Yeah.
See, do you know what made me quit music? Do you know the very moment I was going to quit music? Like I knew that I can't do this. I'll tell you when.
When was that?
I'll tell you when. I dropped my mixtape. It was doing well, right? I got in bro, I was getting this buzz. I was going to shows, right? My name was on flyers before they were writing Ice Prince's name.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I'm just trying to say
facts.
I don't know. That's how well within, you cannot be you might not be mainstream, but like within the industry of people.
That's how you break out. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like how 50 was 50 before them Dre and Eminem.
Yeah.
But the industry knew 50, but he was not mainstream.
Even before Columbia 50.
Even before Columbia 50.
Columbia
you understand?
50,
but everybody knows, like, guess who's back 50? People are like, oh, fuck, man, this guy. Like when Jay was responding to him after How to Rob.
Yeah.
I'm all about the dollar. Who the fuck is 50
cents? Yeah.
And all of that. Like, so we're getting there. We're doing shows where I'm going to get on stage. People are clapping. It's getting to that level, right? I'm in magazines where I'm in Sound City Blast, close to, I think it was next to another person that went on to even be big now, next to Blue.
Yeah.
I had this deal with Sound City Blast, the same deal that Tito Simos had, where he put his mixtape the freshness in every Sound City
Cover.
magazine that was.
MI did it too now for illegal
Yeah.
music.
MI did it. Tito did it. Tito was the second person that did it. They will put your. This is when magazine distribution was a big deal. Like magazines get to Kano, they get everywhere. They put your CD in the magazine and distribute it for you. Bro, I was the next person they were going to do it for with my mixtape. I just needed 120,000 naira.
Yeah.
They were like, you need to just print it, bring it to us. We're going to push it out with this edition. Bro, this is life changing for an artist because this
A
is
life-changing movement.
the distribution that Laba couldn't give you.
I want to
couldn't get
factor
anywhere.
in inflation and just guess how much it will be, how much that money will be worth now.
10
Do you
M.
understand?
Mm.
And then I'm looking at them like 120K, and I couldn't get that money. I couldn't raise it. And then the deadline passed. They had to go and move the magazines and everything. And I was just thinking at that moment, I remember where I was, and it's project. I was in a project. I was a recording engineer for one.
How much was dollar then? Do you know the year?
It's like 2009, 010. Like 2009, 010. Probably 10. Yeah. You want to do the maths, right? So you be doing the maths, or you can use GPT to do the maths.
Don't use GPT sharp.
And I remember where I was. I was in front of Tycoon's studio in Abeson.
Tycoon.
Yeah, and in Abeson Estate. I was recording, and I was the recording engineer there. I used to take the vocals and everything. And I just got off the phone with them that I couldn't get the money. And I was just looking at the whole thing, right? And I think it was at that moment I knew that
Oh, more.
I can't afford it. So I have to start looking for other things to do. Like I need to take this blog thing seriously. I need to take this PR I was doing for other, because I was recording, I was still doing PR for other artists.
Mm-hmm. You're there for
you know
Terry
this
now. You're there for Terry now.
Terry,
Yeah, for his
do you
second
understand?
album, yeah.
I was doing everything, I was like, okay, I need to take other things seriously because I can't afford
Makes
it.
sense.
And then
So it's like it's almost $1 million now. It's like $800.
boom.
Boom.
Okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I couldn't raise it, bro.
Yeah.
I was living off biscuit and pure water.
Yep.
You
It
know,
does not
so-
make sense. It does not make sense rationally to continue with that line of career.
You understand?
Rationally. Yeah.
You understand? You look
And
at it
that's
like,
what a rational person does. The people who are not rational will continue with it. I've seen this in music, I've seen this in football, where they continue and end up being nothing. People that would have pivoted like 10 years earlier into something more meaningful. Because you look at this thing, you look at this game, look at the probability game in music and in football.
it's very
It's
slim.
very slim.
Bro.
So if you're a rational person, if you sit down and look at the data, you're like, man, I have to leave this thing and go somewhere else.
It's literally
Simple.
1 in a million.
It's simple.
And I remember
It's
having
a
this
very rational
conversation
decision. Yeah.
with somebody who ended up not making it as well, but was as popular
Yeah.
as me back then. You
Yeah.
know, was also rolling with the people I was rolling with. It was me, Scales, this guy, a couple of other guys, right? And I was telling him, bro, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
You live in Mushin, like
Yeah.
you don't have money.
Yeah.
And we kept thinking, because that's what the game sells
Does
to you.
you.
The game sells to you that hard work and a stroke of
You're
luck.
always close. Yeah.
You understand?
You are one
And because
signing
you're in-
away.
I'm one call away.
And because you're in
Yeah.
always close proximity, someone did a breakdown about this thing on SUVs, that you're always in close proximity to wealth and success.
Yes.
You think it's that
You
attainable,
think is
while it's not.
it's
It's
not,
far
yeah.
gone.
Do you understand? And that's the problem we have in Lagos. If you look at Lagos right now, you live in Mushin, right? In 10 minutes, you have access to wealth.
Yep.
Even if you stay in Agungi, in 10 minutes, or let's say, well, with traffic now, 1 hour, you have access to like all the wealth you can imagine, but it's not attainable with
That's
like your
illusion.
own. There's an imaginary wall there, but every
I remember
Sunday
it. Yes.
you are being told that you can attain this thing because you see it every day, and
Every
that's the
day.
difference between how it was now and how it was before. Before, you don't see those things. So there's a good side to it. The good side to it is that thing can inspire and push you.
It can
The
inspire
bad
you and
side is
push you.
that you keep
It
playing
has
Gives
done
you
in
a
that
false
circle.
sense.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Gives you a false sense of success, but you are really not there.
Yeah.
You know.
True.
At this point, I'm talking about when I was receiving this phone call. All the rappers are my guys. I'm in all the sessions. I'm on a track with
So
Terry
nobody,
and MI.
you had every
nobody
right.
no.
You had every right to have the illusion of success.
You understand?
Yeah.
I'm in the studios with all these guys, with all the producers. Do you understand? I'm on a track
We
with Terry.
walk in. We walk in. You remember that guy's skit? How you?
Do you understand? Like, I
Yeah.
have access to all of these things. I have access to top publishers. I have access to all these things. And then you think, but, and I kept telling this guy, it's not going to work, bro. Let's do something else. Me, I'm going to do something else. Oh. And he didn't agree. And today, he didn't make it.
He didn't
But what
make it,
saved his
yeah.
ass is he went to school. And
Exactly.
then now he's in the US,
Which is
did
the
his
next.
masters, boom, boom, boom,
Which is
boom.
next.
He has a kid
Exactly.
now. That's what saved his
Correct.
ass. If not, but I know people that didn't have that access to travel or anything. Bro, they're still trying to push
and they get
music out
stuck.
now.
Yeah.
Second childhood.
True.
We don't reach third childhood now.
It's true.
I
It's
think
true.
it's-
It's
I think-
true.
I think that Nas and DJ Premier album has third childhood on it. It's a third
Yeah.
childhood now.
You know?
That
So-
makes sense.
So I don't know even how I would go.
Going back to this thing though, the only sense I see in it is you have to lobby the way the world is going, the way the US is going right now. You have to lobby the orange guy, right?
No, you have
Because
this lobbying
sanctions-
is, there's nothing bad in lobbying.
There's
I'm not
nothing
even
bad
going
in
to do
it.
this. I'm
Yeah,
just saying
there's nothing
in
bad
order
in
of
it.
priority.
Yes, exactly. I understand what you're saying. I
Should
understand.
you
But
be
if you
spending
look at it,
$4.5 million right now? What is the what's the outcome? The outcome is to be in
in the good graces,
in
so
Trump's
yeah,
good books.
good books, yeah.
Man's adopted somebody the other day, just like that. Do you understand?
The widest thing about that thing is that he adopted the president
And took him on a
and
tour.
allowed the vice to be the president. The opposition that won the election
Yes.
that they rigged, as she has handed over her own Nobel Prize to
Yes.
Trump. Trump is
Yeah.
still not allowing her to be president.
Bro, the whole
Trump
thing
is
is a
still no
charade.
sender.
The whole thing is a charade. First of
Oh,
all,
dude.
that Nobel Peace Prize, it has been demystified.
Yeah, it has.
Because the person you gave, and again, sorry, I know we are all
It's
over
power.
the place.
Yeah,
I know we're
yeah.
all over the place. But guys, this is a beautiful lesson for you people who keep entrusting your hope in human beings. Look at the person who has been touted as the opposition, who won a Nobel Peace Prize, trying to fight for the future of Venezuela. What did she go and do? She went and gave her Nobel Peace Prize to the orange man.
So
Do you
it's
understand?
true. It's true.
So you people
It's
that
true.
you've
Don't
invested
make
your
saviors.
whole
Yeah,
life into this
true.
woman and said, no, she's our Peter Obi. Again, this is not to Asian Peter. I'm just trying to tell you, stop making saviors out of people. Let the system be your savior. Do not put your hope in a man. Put your hope in systems, in working systems. Anyways, it makes sense to lobby.
Yeah, it makes
My own
sense. to
problem
lobby.
here is, should we be spending $4.5 million?
For 6 months, like it's almost $9 million. Yeah.
Should we? Should we actually be spending that money?
In
And
the
why
scheme of-
hasn't
in
the federal government used their chest to come out to
Acknowledge
say,
it. Yes.
this is what we're doing? Why haven't they
Where is this
publicly
coming from?
acknowledged?
Where's the official documents showing that this is what is being spent on?
Yeah. And
On
where
lobbying.
did they get the money from?
Where did you get the money from? You know,
Do you
where is
understand?
it in
The
their
budget
location
has
in
already
the
been
budget?
presented.
There has
So
to be
where is it from?
transparency.
Where did they take the
Yeah.
money from? If the budget has already been broken down, where did they pull this
Where
money
did they
from?
take the money from? I
You
agree.
need to tell us. And so how can you be doing something like this and not tell anybody? It's because they don't send anybody.
They don't send anybody. They don't send anybody. And the only thing that also caught my attention was Ruben Abatsi was on Arise TV saying that there's a Biafra group that is also lobbying for the Christian persecution agenda.
I have the audio.
Right? Okay.
I have the audio. Let me play it for
If
you.
you want to play.
Shall I go in on Abati first or should we hear the audio? I hate this man.
Yeah, same. Like that, even my point is also like about him too.
But let's go. Let's play it.
For lobbies. Now, lobbying is a standard, tested, old tradition within the American system. And the whole idea of lobbying is that you want your side of the story to be heard. So if Biafra the people promoting Biafra, if they are going to the US and they are paying how much? $60,000 to sell their own story, that Igbos are being marginalized and persecuted in Nigeria, and that the idea of a Republic of Biafra will be a good proposition. I think it makes sense that the Nigerian government too is in that space. It's not about the money. It's about the fact that the Nigerian government wants to be heard so that there's not just one voice in the room. The other matter is Nigeria being designated a country of particular concern on October 30, 2025 by President Trump. So it's a very good diplomatic move to say we want to have our own people in the room. There's a group called Aste Legal also, in Kaduna, that we're told is representing the Nigerian government through the auspices of the National Security Advisor. On December 12, 2025, the Nigerian government paid $4.5 million for 6 months, and the contract is renewable for another 6 months. So the lobbyists, what they will be doing basically, is to get the Nigerian voice into the room to say, one, there is no persecution of Christians in Nigeria, or where it exists, the Nigerian government is addressing those issues, and religion is not, a major problem in Nigeria, to the extent that this is, a neutral state when it comes to religion.
If you watch this video, guys, you can search this video everywhere. Rufai Hussein is about to blow a gasket. He's barely holding himself back. Like, so far, he has his thumbs on his head and he's looking downwards. Like he's every part of his body is holding his tongue or holding his hands from just jumping over the desk and grabbing Ruben Abati by the neck and squeezing him. Bro, like we said, you need lobbyists to get your voice heard in the room. I don't think that's a problem. You hear what Abati said? He said it's not about the money. Before we even go into the whole Igbo thing he just talked about, he said it's not about the money. Excuse me, sir. It's all about the money. What do you mean it's not about the money? And this is the problem I have with a group of Nigerians who have access to wealth and power, who are tone deaf. This man goes to his house. He has a generator, probably has a mechano. Do you understand? Lives in a well-furnished apartment. He has paid for his water. He has paid for his security. He can afford it, right? You do not represent Nigeria, Ruben Abati. You do not represent the average Nigerian, and you have no right to say it's not about the money. What this guy represents to me is that evil part of Nigeria that we continue to tolerate and tolerate and tolerate until we die. And I'm sick and tired of people like him. Now, to the Biafra thing. Said if Biafra can be paying for lobbyists, and if they are, right, spending $60,000, in what world, in what equivalence is it that a group of people raise their own money to lobby versus a sovereign nation taking its country's wealth, which is what? Up to 10 times, 100, up to close to 100 times, of what this group you're talking about is paying to lobby. What kind of false equivalence is this? A country is taking its wealth, part of its wealth, to pay for lobbying, and you're comparing that to a group raising their own money to lobby. Why are you comparing both, first of all? And then what is this whole red lighting of Biafra? It always comes up every time when they want to do some sort of red lighting. They just raise Igbo, Biafra people, and then they lead the conversation to attacks towards. Do you understand? Like, why? What's the equivalence?
Doing it,
Why mention what does Biafra group are paying $60,000 to lobby? What business do you have there?
First of all, it's not my business because I'm not. It's not even my. It's not the country's money they're using, so it is not none of my business.
Do you understand?
But here is the the nation's financial resources that you people claim that we don't even have, and you're wasting it on something like this. At the
That
end
you
of the
said
day.
we should all be like Ruben Amarim and suffer. Let the poor breathe.
Let the poor, but there's no way for poor people again.
Do you understand?
You told us to
the
pay
subsidy.
taxes.
You don't see the subsidy you removed for fuel.
We've not seen it. We've not seen
the benefits. We are going to pay more taxes, and then you are spending $9 million, right, for lobbying, and then you're telling me it's not about the money.
When the
This
health
guy's
sector,
crazy, man.
When the health sector is dead, we are wasting money on lobbying.
Bro, did you see that medical doctors again want to go on strike?
Yes.
There's
Did you
so
see
many
that?
important things that should be going on for you to say, hey, please go and hire Steve's company to do the lobbying. Must you pay $9 million
Yes, hire
to this
Nigerian
company? Yeah. Go and, Steve and I will create a lobbying company, and how do they say it? Cut your coat according to your cloth.
Sharp.
You
Yeah,
understand?
so
Couldn't you have found a company? I mean, go and hire the same company Biafra is using. They are paying 60K. Go and hire the same company. Must you
music
go
is
and hire the
mad, though.
company that's collecting $9 million?
You have to understand. You have to factor in the, like we said earlier, the kickbacks in the process. At the end of the day, so it is what it is. I'm not
What kind of
surprised.
excuse is this?
It's Nigeria for you.
I think my own issue is that most of the, like, all the credible reports about this lobbyist group, they identify the counter lobbying actors as Christian evangelical groups in the United States. Do you get? That's what they did. It was only Abati who introduced the claim that it was the Biafra groups that were responsible for the counter lobbying, right? And it points to a dangerous rhetoric in Nigeria where anything that is against the government, the official position of the government of Nigeria, is Igbos are at fault. It must be Igbos. And I'm not buying this story from Abati. I've only heard this thing from Abati. I'm not buying this thing from Abati.
It's not anywhere.
A man who went on to tell a lie on TV about a Yoruba friend of his who could not buy a land in the East. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, it's unacceptable. I can't accept that from him.
Oh, that's true.
Why is it still on?
It's dangerous.
Why is it still on national TV?
Is it? Is that right?
Because it's entertaining. It's entertaining.
Yeah, it's entertaining, and it's also very, very knowledgeable about the Nigeria.
They need a balance.
And they need
of
him.
good and evil.
You know. So it's, and I also it's also worrying to see people fly with this story, like go with this story. Oh, it's Igbo people that are going to tell Trump that they are persecuting them in Nigeria.
Wait, we have to now qualify. Is it Christians? Is it Igbo? Like, one
I don't understand.
Why could I do one place now?
Igbo Christians.
You know?
Igbo
Don't
Christians.
understand.
Why could I do one place now?
And but all the regions where these things are happening, none of them is in the East, though. It's Benue.
Yes,
Like, it does not make sense. There, it is what it is. That people, that adults who are taking the story and believe
you know,
it.
when you always use Igbos as an excuse, it just comes in readily. It comes in handy.
Yeah, it's the go-to thing to
It's
do.
like in America, like, oh, something's happening in America. Who do we blame?
It's migrants.
No,
African Americans.
Americans.
Yeah, you know, stuff
so
like
now,
that.
What do you
know,
blame? Let's not blame the Igbos. It's simple as that.
A damn shame.
It's a damn shame, man.
It's a damn shame. Quick one, guys. I would like to read this story to you.
Let's go.
Our favorite agency is in the news again.
We have many.
What did it?
Oh, the Nigerian National Bureau of Statistics.
Oh, our friends over there. Shout out to them. Happy New Year,
MBS,
guys.
has announced that they will change the way it calculates inflation again. as last year's rebasing measure could make December's year-on-year inflation appear artificially high. Remember we mentioned this last year that they are going to rebase the rebase.
They go rebase on. There's no how. Election year. They go yeah,
Kai.
campaign year. They go rebase
Oh
on
wow.
again. Inflation will be at 2% when they're done. Just watch.
The rebasing, the first in 15 years, set December 2024 as the index reference point, a move officials said would distort December data without reflecting actual price trends. December inflation data is due to be published on Thursday. That's Thursday that just passed. I need to go and look for it. Analysts are predicting a sharp rise in the headline figure to 30% from 14.45% year on year in November. The widely reported 30% figure for December is only a projection and not from the Bureau, said Ayo Anthony, head of prices at MBS. Consumer inflation peaked near 35% in December 2024 before falling sharply after the Statistics Office revised its base year as food prices eased. They say the spike is not the real inflation rate. It is an artificial spike caused by the base effect from rebasing, Anthony said. He continues, we are removing the single month index reference period and replacing it with a 12-month reference period for 2024 to report actual inflation. Anthony noted that while countries like South Africa and Kenya use a 1-month base, Nigeria's sharp price increases make that method unsuitable. Prior to last year's rebasing, Nigeria rebased its inflation data in 2009. We haven't rebased in 15 years, so some of the base effect playing out is due to that lag, said Bonaventure Nwosu, head of comms at MBS. He says whatever spike you see for December is a one-off and should not be interpreted as a real inflation. From January 2026, figures will normalize and reflect actual market conditions. The Bureau said the new methodology will provide a clearer picture of inflationary pressures in Africa's most populous nation. Let me tell you something. As someone who has worked in several marketing fields, in fields where you need to report numbers, show graphs, show trends, right? And most especially, ensure that you are performing the previous year or the previous term that you are matching against. I just want to tell you, in my opinion, there's a lot of cooking going on, man. Cooking.
Cooking and juggling.
There's a lot of cooking going on.
They're hiding a lot of dead bodies in this. They are rebasing.
Basically, they are rebasing the rebase again.
Yes.
And we predicted this, didn't we? On this same podcast, we said that this rebase you people are doing, things are going to get way much worse, that you will need to rebase the rebase.
Again, to hide the lie.
Now imagine if they didn't rebase officially, what those numbers would be looking like against the previous year.
50%, 40%.
They are cooking it.
I mean, the president must run on something. So if he comes out and tell that inflation is now 5%.
They're cooking it. Let me go and see if they've dropped the new numbers.
The 5%. So the 5% was because they said they want to start reporting with international standard. That's including self-employment, the people in informal sector,
informal economy.
Everybody is
Good. Shout out to everybody working at the MBS. I hope they got hamper from Maso Rocksha. Well, so this wala no go make sense.
So made them the rebase. I'm looking for reports.
I don't think it came out though.
The last report here is December 6, 2024. Is this not the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics?
But normally when they release inflation reports, it comes out everywhere. I don't think I saw anywhere last week.
You've not seen it, have you?
Mm-mm.
I've not seen it as well. I've not seen anything. They say it will come out on Thursday. I've not seen it.
Let's wait for this Thursday.
I'm looking for it here. Okay, maybe it will come out on Thursday. Well, check their reports. It's not here. Let me check their... They don't have an X. They have Twitter. You go and change your Twitter icon. It's no more the best. It's not X. I think they put it out though. I have one here. The Nigerian Bureau of Statistics has published its December 2025 CPI report.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. I'm
Consumer
seeking
Price
out.
Index though.
Okay.
That's it. Anyways, I will check it out and we'll see and we'll discuss it on the next episode.
Yes.
But here we are
Shout-
again.
Yeah, so
We said it.
MBS.
We'll keep clicking these numbers. Can we please just have a standard
There's
and
no
follow through on
standard.
that standard?
Nigeria.
Why must we tweak? Why must we? This is the second thing that they tweaked unemployment rate standards. They've
Yeah.
tweaked inflation standards. So we'll start tweaking every standard now.
The unemployment one was to align with international standard now.
No, that one was
Abi?
crazy. The thing went from like 26% to like 2
No,
point something.
35 to 4%. 35 to
wow.
4%.
How is that
And
even
which
possible?
is okay. It's possible because they said they want to align with international standards, which is including people who do any sort of work. So the formal process was
Only if you are gainfully employed by a company.
no
Yes.
people who are actively looking for a job.
They are also
The
employed.
formal yeah. So the formal process was they included like it counted people who were actively looking for jobs.
For a job. Okay.
So this one now, this
Then there should be more.
process
The
now,
unemployment rate should be higher now.
yeah, that's why it was higher. That's why it was 35% at that time. Now,
Oh, because they included
someone
them,
can be
okay.
actively looking for work, but still have like their own side hustles
And then that
and
person
their
is
informal
employed.
jobs. So now that person is, according to this standard, is employed. But the
Oh,
difference
wonderful.
is the disparity of the pay. So yes, that's this one. This recent model is aligns with international standards because internationally, anybody doing any sort of work is
It is
counted as employed.
Mm-hmm.
But how impactful and how economically valuable is that employment
That
to the
person.
person? Exactly. That's where the difference. So while including informal work, while it makes sense statistically according to international model, it doesn't fit into the context of our economy because somebody going to work and you're paying the person 1,000 naira per day does not make any sense. It's
Per
still
day or
lower
per
than
month?
per day, like 1,000 naira per day.
That's money.
Factory work.
That's 30K.
Factory work.
That's
30K.
30K per
30K
month.
is less than your minimum wage, bro.
Yeah.
So it's not money.
It's not money. Your minimum wage is 70K now. Have you
No, the minimum wage is 70K.
Well, I'm telling you, there are people that are paying 10K per month.
Oh, more.
Of course, there's on that table now. You know now. Definitely now.
Yeah. So it's just survivor. It's just survival rates. It's not employment rate that we are calculating.
And you know how they calculate the stats,
survival
right?
rates.
You know how they calculate the stats, right? They don't have access
It's
to like the
survey.
whole exactly.
It's
They are
surveys,
doing the
yeah.
survey per, so they are doing per. This can be maybe per 5,000 people,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's surveys.
And then you then calculate and expand that way.
Expand it.
Here's
yeah.
an
It's
idea
surveys.
for how you can have more intricate numbers or more detailed numbers or something closer to the truth. Here's how you can do that. Can I give you guys an
Okay.
idea?
Please.
Just
Yeah.
have the whole statistics on people in your country. Like
Oh,
have
that's
a
hard.
database.
Okay, yeah.
Like,
That's true. And you know how to do that?
have an
By
actual-
counting them.
No,
You see, that's what we are going to.
Actually counting them.
That's the problem where we are going.
The
Well,
last
actually-
time this country did was in 2006.
yeah, 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
But actually,
In-
no, see, I don't even. Let me tell you something. You actually don't even need a census.
You don't need. You just need to
Do you know
register
what you
everybody
need?
that is born.
You just need an actual database.
Simple. Every
No,
Nigerian
that's
has a
what you
social
need.
security number. Simple. I don't understand why this is always hard.
You just need an actual database. You don't need to count anybody if you have a database.
When does America do census? Did you ever hear Trump say they are going to do census or Obama?
But
or
every
Biden?
birth is recorded. Every death is recorded. So they have a
Yes.
constant updated.
Yes. So if you're not in the system, they can't even
database.
plan for you. So that's
Exactly.
more reason why you need all the social security nets.
Countries that are forward thinking, they know how many people are suffering of cancer right now. They know how many cancer patients
it makes
they have.
it makes sense now because if you actually don't know the number of people you have in the country,
You
so
can't
what are you
plan
even
now.
basing
What are
your
you
You
leadership
can't
on?
plan.
Yeah.
You can't plan.
What are
What's
you
your budget
basing,
on?
what are you basing governance on? What are you basing leadership on? What are you?
I keep saying
everything
this
is
thing.
just
Sorry,
vibes.
my go-to is still nutrition and healthcare, right?
And food, yeah.
You've seen a local government, right, or a state has seen there's a high cholesterol intake based on the number of
Patients you have in the
patients
local
they've had,
hospital.
blood tests they've done, they see a growing trend. You put the data in, the data creates, you feed in the data, you do your analysis, you create great visualization. You can take this to the board and say, guys,
We need
in
to
the
focus on
last
this
24 months, so we have seen an increase in, infection. And the most popular infection is staphylococcus. Okay, 24 months, how many people? It's a year, month on month, MOM, we've seen an increase. It's starting to become a problem. You don't even need to wait 24 months. This can even be like maybe in the 8th month. Somebody does quick analysis. This is what we are seeing, guys. Because somebody is constantly combing that data. Do you understand? Crunching the data, pulling these things up. Okay, these are the measures we need to take. Let's plan. In the next budget, we need this amount of medication. In the next budget, we need this amount of awareness. In the next budget, we need, do you understand? You then create a strategy to reduce these things and then you work towards it. The problem we have is we don't have access to any information. We don't know. And that's why we have all these tax issues. We have all these issues. We don't know how many
planning
people,
the dark.
We don't know how many people have businesses. We don't know how many people pay tax. We don't know how many people have small scale businesses. It's the same thing we're talking about. How banks cannot even do the loaning anymore with this new tax thing because you don't even know the size of businesses. There's so many things you don't know. Bro, right now, you move houses here. You just need, oh my God, bro.
You're talking to advance. This advance.
I moved municipalities, right? And because we're moving municipalities, I was moving my daughter from a school to another school, and we're not registered in the other school, right? Or that school had not sent, updated their database to show that she had moved to another school. The local government, the municipality I was moving into, sent me a letter saying, they say that we've moved here. They see that my daughter is not registered in any school. So, in the next 14 days, I have to either write an exemption letter explaining why she will not be attending school, or I have to show that she is now
She has moved.
Yeah, and then they sent me the forms to fill for either showing that she has moved to a new school. This is the name of the school. This is the school stamp. This is the code of the school. All the details. Or there's an exemption letter to say why she's not going to school. And of course, I have to explain why.
Explain.
Do you understand? Why can they do that? It's because they have her data.
Information on the system.
Exactly.
And person don't red flag and say
you exactly, because the school she's living is required to fill a form indicating that she has been deregistered from that school. Immediately she goes into a bucket saying she's out of school.
So she's somewhere in the middle. We don't know where she is right now.
This is a society that is looking at their children and ensuring that all the children in this school go to appropriate schools so they have proper futures because they are going to lead the country tomorrow.
And guess what?
Do you understand? They don't want to sit. Yeah.
This is how you end up without agberos in a society.
They don't want to sit on a keg of gunpowder.
Oh my God. This like the question as I just explaining this now, one thing just pops up in my head. I actually like the framework, the psychological framework around this idea is why your picking no go school.
Go school. Why is your child not in school?
Yeah.
And we live in a society where I'm driving to work in the morning. I'm just strolling. I'm strolling across the city, across Lagos on a weekday, on a school day, and I'm buying gala from a 10-year-old.
Yes.
And I'll pay the 10-year-old and I'll go about my own day.
And guess what?
It does not make sense.
You now have a commissioner.
Like, no. Before, I don't even want to paint it at leadership right now. As a human being, why is that not bothering me? That why am I buying gala from an 11-year-old on a weekday?
When that person should be in school.
Wow.
Bro,
it should be unacceptable on an individual level before we even get to leadership. Yeah. That's how you build a culture. That's how you
for
build
a country. For a country that constantly forces it in your face that success is important through education.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, maybe
True.
before, now people don't care.
Now,
Yeah, no.
Now you're Yahoo boy, people don't care. Now
at least when we
you're
are
an
growing up,
omokwe, people don't care. You
at least when we
know?
are growing up, they used to tell
Yeah.
us go to school, yes, to become an era boy. That's what they used to tell us.
For a country that tells you you cannot access a job without an NYSC certificate, that you people are saying, oh, NYSC certificate, you know it's important to, you know, if you don't have it, you cannot be access to
That your leaders
For a
don't
country
have.
that does that. I remember when Kai Dickman, for those who don't know who Kai Dickman is a well celebrated journalist.
European
Now,
journalist.
yeah, European journalist. So now he's regarded as a businessman and less of a former journalist, right? But when you talk about like top journalists in the world, Kai Dickman is right up there. He's interviewed Trump, like Putin twice, Trump once. Like Kai Dickman is one of one, right? We're blessed, opportuned, fortunate to have him visit us as journalists in Lagos on 2 different occasions.
Twice, yeah.
Amazing guy. I remember one day we're driving from Lekki to Ikeja City Mall. We were at that 7-Up. No,
That's on Costin side. No,
not Costain, because they were in my car. We were in that. We had just exited Oronshoki. We had gone across the Ogudu Bridge, right?
Yeah.
We're going to turn at that Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
That 7-Up. We're going to turn at that 7-Up.
Yeah, that's 7-Up.
There was a small traffic there. There was this girl selling garden eggs and granuts, but the mashed granuts. Then, and I was like, oh, you should try this. I was telling you should try this. He was lost. I saw panic in his eyes as he saw this young girl running on the road trying to sell us the garden egg and the basically not what they call the grounded granuts is what
the sauce, whatever it is.
Peanuts.
The peanuts. Okay, sorry.
Jam,
Okay.
Peanut whatever.
Oh,
right?
okay.
That's basically his granuts. It's mashed granuts, right? And we had to move because traffic freed up, so the car had to move. And then she started running, and this guy went into full panic mode, trying to understand why a young girl who would not be more than 15 was running on the road barefoot trying to sell us something. He couldn't get it. This was like 9 years ago.
It should come now.
He could not understand somebody that is meant to be in school. We have the most out of school
children in the world, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking to my brother about this. He was the one explaining to me. We have more out of school children than China and India combined.
And China and India are what? The 2 most popular nations in the world.
Let me explain to you guys. The population of China. What's the population of China right now?
That's like 3 billion or 2 billion or something like that. Sir.
Population of China is 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion. Let me check the population of India. Population of India is also 1.7
No, we can't have more out of school children than them.
We have more out of school children than China and India combined, Steve.
Nigeria. It's not possible. Do you know how many we are in this country?
Hey. Steve is holding his head for people who don't know.
And your president is gallivanting, paying people millions to talk rubbish.
Out of school children in Nigeria is estimated to be between 18 to 20 million.
Now, guess what? Those out of school children, when they end up becoming terrorists, agberos, sexual workers, you people now be wondering that society is going bad. But this is the cause of it.
Nigeria has the world's largest population of out of school children. We estimate around 18 to 20 million, including millions at primary and secondary school levels, disproportionately affecting girls and children in the northeast, northwest, and poor rural areas, driven by poverty, conflict, social-cultural factors, posing significant risk of exploitation and perpetuating poverty. While basic education is free, many never attend or drop out due to barriers such as economic hardship, child marriage, and lack of access, with significant impact on national development. The age breakdown, about 10.2 million are primary age and 8.1 million are junior secondary school. This is from UNICEF. Never attended, 12.4 million never attended school, and 5.9 million left early. The gender disparity, over 50% at basic educational level are girls. Regional concentration, 66% northeast and northwest regions. Socioeconomic factors, 86% are from rural areas and 65% from the poorest quintile. What are the main causes? Poverty, conflict and security, sociocultural norms. Sociocultural norms include what? Early marriage, especially for girls, and traditional beliefs limit education access. Bro, Nigeria is... I think about it all the time. How am I Nigerian?
You're domiciled here.
Like, how do I share the country? I at least should be sharing the country with people that were in the same thinking capacity and space. Like,
at least.
Can I have more Ayos and Steves and more loose talk giants and listeners, in our space? How can I be sharing the country with somebody that thinks it's okay to marry a 12-year-old?
And you shouldn't educate a girl child because she's a girl and she'll soon be married off.
Do you understand? How should I be sharing the same country with public officials who marry off? How many girls did they marry off in? Was it not? Which state was that recently? That they married off those girls that their parents were killed in an attack, and then they married off those young girls as child brides.
They didn't train them.
Sharing the same country with those people? Why? It's unfair. God, I didn't ask for this.
Then you now have to go back to why nations prosper or fail, and go back to the blueprint which Nigeria stands on today, which operates on today.
I need people to understand that. I need people to understand something, that this is a bigger problem that we should be talking about than any other thing, because the older people who are educated that are listening to this podcast, you are going to grow old. These people are going to then become the strongest people in the society, and then we're going to have more of them going into public office holding positions. I need people to understand that the country will not scatter. That's why you have, who's that guy that wears the white cap? Which state is he from? That crazy guy, Niger State. Thank you. You've forgotten him. The Niger State governor.
Which guy? Okay.
What's his name? Umar Bago.
Yeah. He wears white, right?
Yeah, that wears the funny white cap.
Yeah.
You are going to have worse people than this guy because vacuums don't exist. People are going to be voted into power. You're going to have people out of school children who have no thinking faculty assume these positions. I need people to understand that the world is not going to stop and say, oh, okay, they're out of school children, we have to go and get educated. It's not going to happen that way. I'm not articulating myself. I don't know how to say this anymore.
And you know what? Out of school children is even the first layer. The second one is the ones that go to school but don't receive proper education.
They're not even calculated yet. They're not even calculated.
Yes, the functional illiterates. You know that we have functional illiterates.
Oh my
God. We have graduates that can't write.
Bro, I grew up in Raja. I grew up in. I've met thousands of them. I've met thousands of them everywhere. I spent some time in the north working. I've met thousands of them everywhere. Functional illiterates.
They have jobs. They have everything, but
I had a driver, great guy, came from Jos. Great guy. Nice guy, great guy. I didn't find out until maybe a year in that he can't read. There was one day I told him he needed to sign, so I started doing. I think my estate I was staying in that time, they wanted to like create ID cards for like the workers who come into the estate, to have like some sort of identification. Made a lot of sense. So I told him, oh, please read and sign. He was there struggling. I don't think he can even write. I had to look for night school for him to get him to night school. He ended up not attending anyways. He didn't want to attend.
Of course.
But do you understand?
This reminded me of when
functioning adult though, this guy.
Osagie, I was in UBA one time, about 2024 February. I remember that day. The copper was beside me filling a deposit form.
Yeah.
I think it was 50. A withdrawal form. I think it was 50,000 naira, and she couldn't spare 50. She was putting on NYC uniform.
You need
I
to
you
go
know
to
that
NYSC if you want to have a job in Nigeria. You need to go to
Fuck out of here.
NYSC to have a job in
Guy,
Nigeria.
leave this agenda first. Let me finish. I'm like, oh, no, it's FI. He said, okay. Thank you. Bro, I was stunned. I was stunned.
Sauteed.
You know the alarming thing. You know the alarming thing in your story, Steve. That for you to wear an NYC uniform, you must have done primary, secondary, and university and higher education.
I was
Cooked.
So yeah, at least 12 years, you did not learn anything in school.
I was
And they still give you
stunned, bro.
certificates.
To be honest, there was
nah,
one
this
time
is
in primary 6, I
impossible.
forgot how to spell 9.
No, those ones happened. We've all had those
Yeah,
ones on
those
exam,
happened.
and the word will disappear. But you not know how to spell at all.
Oh my god. Bro, in
What does
our
something to
country,
say,
there's no
NG?
free, like, you can be at home, Osags,
Mhm.
right? Like in Nigeria, you and your kids will be at home, and your kids will not go to school for 1 year, and no law enforcement agency will come to your house to ask you questions.
Bro, there are house
None.
helps living with Nigerians now who
None.
don't go to school.
It's impossible. None.
Then you
Come
now wonder,
on.
next 10 years, you now start hearing that 1 million boys are terrorizing
Yeah,
somewhere.
attacking. Oh,
Please,
like
have you-
crime.
Have you gone to ICM at night? These so girls that you people don't want to educate, what do you think they are doing at night? Come on now. Come on.
Steve.
That's
Steve.
joking.
Guys, my kid can't afford not to go to school a day. If they don't show up to school in a day, in fact, first of all, for your kid not to show up in school in a day, maybe they had a doctor's appointment or something, you are required by the school, by extension, by the law, to inform the school 24 hours before, at least 24 hours before. If not, you are violating one kind of policy. Then your child didn't come to school, you did not inform the school.
Yeah, responsible parents.
By day 3, you are most likely getting a visit from a social worker. By the 3rd day.
Do we even have social workers in Nigeria? I'm just wondering.
Bro. No, you know the funny part? See, you know the funny part about Nigeria?
Social workers go there.
Those positions,
those institutions there.
See,
and they collect salary.
The template is there, functioning. Do you understand? The infrastructure, like the template is there.
Exists.
Those offices are there. The problem is the operations is not working because it is not funded.
Yes.
But you'll be shocked that you go to, shout out to the jigs, you go to Jigawa, and then you will see, when you go to those the government house and the states, you will see that those offices exist.
And you see them in the budget. So
People assume those offices. They are physical offices, bro. Have you seen when someone like takes a picture of someone and says, "Oh, remember I don't know the other one we talked about on the podcast that said, oh, this is a federal institution, blah 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 blah." The person called them out, had like a rusted gate and everything. Then the next week they went and painted the whole place.
Yeah.
One random office of something, and then
you're surprised that it exists. That people go there every day as well.
The next week, the thing went viral. The next week, they painted the whole place.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that those things exist. They are just collecting the money, which leads me to what my next thing, what my wife and I were discussing, is that public civil service is where we need to face next.
Yes. That is not even next. That is the first frontier, first of all.
The civil service.
That place is a bed.
We have commissioners of education across. We have 36 commissioners of education, guys. 36 of them in Nigeria, Chile.
Still Steve Hagbo.
Boy.
They bought houses in the UK. They've sent
their kids are in foreign schools. Fuck.
So we're not ready.
6 commissioners of fucking hell.
We're not ready. We're not ready. We're not just ready. Out of school children, more than India and China combined. do you know my problem with this thing is that when I say something like this, people can't connect this to a problem in the future for Nigeria. That's the
No, they
problem
don't
I
see
have.
it. They don't
Do
see
you
it.
understand? Like, and that's where the opposition for me, you see, opposition in Nigeria, you have a field
if
day.
they are all, you know why they are all the same.
They are
They're all
not.
in the
They are
same
all the
bucket.
same. You cannot oppose
It's
something
the
that you
same
are part of.
mediocrity. It's the same thing.
They just change
They don't have
party. They all
anything new
together.
to offer. Because if you have something new to offer, you think differently and come up with ideas like this to counter the government. You
I
know,
want to take APC out in Lagos. I'm just going to face education, right? I'll face education. I'll touch on education. I'll touch on. I can even touch on infrastructure. That one is even so easy. Scott
Urban
Guma
planning.
does it every day.
Do urban planning.
You
Just go.
Now that urban planning hard one because even if I enter power, I don't know what I go do.
That one they shall long
You
term.
understand?
Infrastructure first of all.
Look at what Scott Guma does. Alone, just one person sits in his car and just tears Tokumba Wahab's ass every day. You understand? All I need to do
pause.
You understand?
Pause one.
Education, infrastructure, bro.
Transportation.
Do you understand? Transportation. We're not ready. Anyways, good news. World Bank has raised Nigeria's 2026 economic projection rates, a growth rate projection to 4.4%. Round of applause. Yes. World Bank. It raised the economic growth rate for 2026 to 4.4% from 3.7% forecasted in June 2025. World Bank announced this increase in its 2026 Global Economic Prospects Report on Tuesday. In addition, Bretton Woods institution estimated that Nigeria's economy grew by 4.2% in 2025. 4.2% 2025 compared to 3.6% forecasted in June last year. So all in all, I think things are moving a bit better. How it will benefit
affect the common man.
If things don't move better after 2025, I be say I did because that last year was terrible, bro.
Yeah, last year was terrible.
It choke.
That is economically. You say that like that's just the benefits of having like a stable currency.
Mm-hmm.
On this,
which has been stable for a while.
Yeah, when the currency is stable, when the currency is stable, there's little that you can do economically.
You can make projections, you can build. Yeah.
So today the FX markets, the FX market is better.
Stable.
So stable.
When you mean it's better, you're talking about stability.
It's stability, of course.
Didn't go back to 471.
No, it's stability.
Was that 471? Sorry, I want to ask the question. Was that 471 the real price, or was just being managed?
That was the black market. The official price at that time was 2 something or so. I can't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, so at least it brings a kind of like normalcy to the market. So I think with that you can build, what do I say, progress in the markets economically. So let's see how it goes. Because like 2025 was. I was seeing a popular guy on Twitter saying that he sold only 5 houses. In 2025.
I say 5.
Like, for businesses, it was really, really tough. So let's see how it goes in 2026.
What are the investment opportunities in Nigeria in 2026?
I don't know. I'm not an investment banker. You should call Dami on the podcast and ask him.
Yeah. He's the one I'll tell you because
I was just about to say I'm going to get my brother on podcast, but someone insulted me, yapped me on Twitter. He said, "You get your brother on podcast, you get it. That's what you've been saying for the last few years."
These listeners, they take you personal.
No good out of vex. Don't worry. We'll bring him on board. But I would love to know what the investment opportunities are in Nigeria now. Is it real estate? Is real estate still a sure investment opportunity? Are there opportunities there in real estate?
I can't see.
Okay.
There's always opportunity in real estate in any market. So it depends on the margin of profit that you want. I have many things to suggest if you want like a big margin in a short time. But I don't think you people have the mineral. I don't think you people have the minerals for it.
Steve Daddy, what are you talking about, Steve?
I don't get the minerals
Anyways.
or cocoa, Fanta. I don't get at all.
Steve, I know deal with you. I know
You
deal
people
with
can
you.
buy. You can. There's some Nigerian stocks are doing very very well in the stock market. So you
Please,
people
please,
can
please,
go.
please,
You
please,
can
please,
go do that.
You know I'm not touching Nigerian stocks for my life.
I know you.
Osage no one here. If Osage no one here,
Osage no one here. Osage doesn't even want to hear NGN based
No,
investments.
funny enough, I do some Nigerian investments. So you'll be surprised.
Naira based investment.
Yeah, well, I
It's
convert it
Naira.
back. In Nigeria. I didn't say it's Naira.
No, in
I
Naira, it's
I
not
said
Nigeria. It's not the country, in the currency.
Yeah, it's Nigeria. Anyways, I'm looking at the Stanbic IBTC
Difference
asset
there.
management right now, and it's
Yeah.
looking good, oh guys. It's looking good. Stanbic IBTC money market fund. Remember the money market fund, Steve?
That's my monkey. That's the money market fund I use now. Shout out to Sherry.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
for you?
and
Oh,
you,
yeah.
Shari, you're listening to this podcast. You didn't reach out to me. I'm on your Instagram page, and you removed everything Stanbic from here. Eh?
She does not know. Then why would she
So-
remove it?
So
I don't
Shari,
understand.
you can't send me a DM and say, "Oh, Osagie, this thing has I'm looking at it now, and it's 15.552% per annum indicative yield. This is not bad.
Did they have a dollar based
They
category?
have Stanbic IBTC dollar fund. They have it here. Bid per price right now is 1,600 1,000. Hold on. Yeah, no, sorry, $1.6753. Bid price or offer price. Not see. I'm looking at even the money market fund here is 15.2. I'm locked in. I'm locked in on that.
Yeah.
Every other thing, I'm locked in on that already. Because, bro, in Europe here, bro, the best you're getting is 2 point something.
It's 2 points, 3 points, 2 points. So yeah,
the economy is too stable here.
it's too stable.
It's
2
and that's
points.
why
or
loans
something.
are, so because if loans are cheap, it means investments too are low.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you're loaning when you invest, it's the same thing, right? But here I'm looking at it, it's 15 points. It says the Stanbic IBTC, and this is no ad, guys. This is not an ad. The Stanbic IBTC money market fund is a type of mutual fund that has relatively low risk compared to other mutual funds. With the Stanbic IBTC money market fund, investors get a higher rate of return than the traditional savings account. Your capital is preserved while generating steady stream of income for you. Are you thinking of investing towards acquiring an asset, paying school fees, or financial freedom? Yada 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 yada. The money market fund offers a more rewarding way to grow your wealth. The fund is invested 100% in high quality short term securities such as T bills, treasury bills, commercial papers, and fixed deposits that are rated BBB and above. Bro, I'm reopening my account, bro. Bro, this is how some 10 years ago, this is how we're saving money now.
Yep.
9 years ago, right? This is how we're saving money. And back then, it wasn't even 15. It had even gone down to like 12. Although me, I entered at 18 one time. Remember, the thing went up to 21 one time. Jonathan. Anywhere you are, God will bless you. Bro, people were making money in this country, man. So I'm looking at this. It's not bad right now. I'm looking at it. It's
It's not bad.
15.52. You understand? And like you said, the Naira is stable. The only issue why we don't invest in Naira is because the Naira is not stable. You don't want
Yes.
all your stuff
Yeah,
wiped out.
72. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, how much was what's the name of the one you're using before? Where you went and packed all your Naira in that time?
It's the Stanbic money market now.
No, there was another one. ARM.
Oh, that
How much-
was a short time.
Yeah, but how much was that per annum then?
Can't remember. Was it 10 or so? I can't remember 11. I can't remember. To be very honest.
I'm looking at this one now. The 30-day yield change has been minus 3.84. Not bad.
Not bad.
You know, year-to-date yield change is minus 1.74. So,
Not bad at
see,
all.
guys, you might be looking into, putting some money in here. Anyways, guys, this is
Guys,
not
did you guys
financial
see this,
investment. Yeah.
Do you guys see this 2016 trend that's happening on Instagram?
It's
Ayo.
you know what? Okay, go ahead. I know what it is, but go ahead. Let me.
What
let me hear
what
you
what
guys-
is it?
I've seen it. I don't understand why it's popular.
it's they're using it to train data. That's what the whole
It's
thing
possible.
is.
It's
They're using it
possible.
to train data. I'm telling you. Remember when they did
Yeah.
one 10-year challenge?
10-year challenge. Yeah,
They
yeah.
use that thing to
Yeah.
train data. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what they are doing. They're just using it to train their LLMs and everything.
I know Google get photo from 2016. So
You understand?
Why are you saying no get people the
I get. I
2016?
they joke.
That's
Nah, I get.
well, it's not when that was the year we
they're
started
using
the
it to
pod.
train. They're just using it
It's
to.
not the year
they're
we started
using
the
it-
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're using it as training data. They're using it to train all the LLMs to be able to.
I'm looking at
predict-
Google Photos. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
On
using-
January 11th, guys. Guess where we were.
in
Where?
2016. Hold on, 2016
Yes.
January
pause.
11.
Yes.
Hold on, let
Of
me
course,
check.
we are paused, but we're somewhere together, all of us.
I know
January
the place.
11, 2016. We were at
I know
social
the
media
place.
week.
No.
No, that was February. That was February.
That's February.
January 11, 2016.
So anytime we have power failures or maybe some discomfort in the office, there's this fast food, there's this restaurant that we used to go to in Lekki.
Oh, okay. I know the
That's
place.
where Root Chef. That's where we were that day.
They ended up closing. Nigeria happened to them.
No,
Yeah.
happened to them.
Then I just saw
Anyway.
an interesting. I'll send it to you on the group. I just saw something on my Google Photos.
Anyway,
to bring
please,
back memories,
I've been
Osagie. I didn't know what Osagie arc. I don't know what arc Osagie was on with this logo. But let me
Which
just
logo? What
send
are you
it to the
talking
group.
about?
I'm sending it to you guys now.
Anyway, why
So that you explain it to us.
I'm doing a 2016 run on my Substack of songs that have turned 10 years old in Nigeria.
Yes, I
Songs that
read it
released
too. I
2016.
read the Techno Pana and I read Mad Over You Run Town.
So there's a playlist also you guys can, so just go and check it out.
We'll put it in the show notes. Nana, please put it in the show notes.
Mr. Steve, where is the photo? Man, not any photo.
Okay, I send that. I'm sending you now. Sorry.
Steve can't send a picture. Fuck.
Did it happen?
You see, you people that don't want to tech well, you people end up costing us. It costing people a lot of things. I just found out that my wife signed up to two ChatGPT accounts, two different ChatGPT accounts, and it's
Yeah.
charging me 23 euros a month.
Yeah.
Two different accounts. One on our personal laptop, one on our office laptop.
Okay, this
I have no
office
idea.
laptop.
I just saw that I was billed on the 13th. So I saw OpenAI in my account. I'm like, okay, they've billed me. Then I wanted
Then
to
you
do
saw that
something.
OpenAI charge.
I now saw again the thing I said upcoming tomorrow.
Double dose.
I'm not like, but you just billed me on the 13th. How can you say upcoming? Because I use Revolut for like all this my stuff, right?
Subscriptions.
So it shows for subscriptions when you want to charge it will give you an indication because it's
The-
now
yeah.
the data. I mean they've trained in a way for you to pick up subscriptions. So it then gives you a heads up when there's a subscription. So it now says you have an OpenAI charge again for tomorrow, January 19. I said, I just paid one now. How can I have another one? And my own is different. I use my Nigerian account.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what is going on? I now enter. It can now show you your previous deductions from OpenAI. I just start seeing December 13, December 19, December 13, November 19,
You see
November
double
13, October 19, October 13.
double.
I'm like, who is this second? First of all, I think it's one of my kids that is doing it. Do you understand? I go and check. No, it's not them. What the hell? Something said, go and check this woman's two laptops. I go there, two different accounts. My brother, I know one vex. So you know,
You don't feel vex, sir. Just
God.
First of all, madam, you have two different accounts running and you
At
are
the
being
same
charged
time,
for both
I
of
am being
them.
charged.
And unluckily, it's charging my account. Okay? Here's what I need you to do. You need to shut down one.
Yep.
Then even for the next one, I now need you to downgrade from the current ChatGPT status you have to ChatGPT Go, which is 8 euros. It's cheaper. Do you understand? With taxes, it will be like 9 point something euros. Like go down low.
Shout out
Go
to
down low.
Shout out to the Nigerian apostle. That's all I have to say.
Oh, this is my logo, man. Yeah, I was on my shit, yeah, man.
Yeah, shit,
Yeah.
right?
I'm trying to do some
Yeah.
branding, what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. Anyway, Shari, you owe me an apology for not reaching out
You're
to
still on
me.
the you're still
Now,
tackling
wow.
Shari.
Yes. She's enjoying us now too much. A bit too much. A bit too much. Yeah, but I'm just joking. I hope she's doing well. Guys, let's do this week in history, man.
Let's
Let's do
go.
it.
This week in history. This week in history, January 13th to January 19th. This week in history, on January 15, a group of January 15, 1966. A
There we
group
go.
of soldiers executed Nigeria's first military coup, killing senior politicians, including the Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa. And other notable leaders killed were Amadu Bello, Samuel Ladoke Akintola, and Festus Okotie Ebo. Even though the coup failed and the coup plotters were imprisoned, Major General Johnson Aguiyi Ironsi took over as Nigeria's first military head of state. And thus began Nigeria's
Ah,
problems.
the original sin.
From
That's what I call it.
from
The
this
original sin.
from the first coup to 1994, most of our on this day in history involve a group of soldiers. A group of soldiers, a group of soldiers, a group of
Because now they're the
soldiers.
trend. Now that be the hot boys then.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Who get level past them that year?
Oh,
This week in history,
This was the original sin that started Nigeria's descent
that's the
into
original
madness.
sin, bro.
This is what started. If this coup had not happened, where do you think Nigeria would have been?
I don't even think it's the coup. Is the narrative, because
It's the
it was
narrative.
BBC that first called it. It was BBC that first called it the Igbo coup, like the framing Igbo coup. It was BBC.
Almost. See, mad
You know,
narrative.
And that's because the
from
people they sent
there,
to go and kill the Igbo leader, they failed at killing the Igbo leader, and that's what led to the whole thing being like
that's
this.
all led to
They
Yeah.
killed the Igbo
yeah.
leader. Do you
You
understand?
know?
It wouldn't have
Yeah,
been
the
like an
narrative
Igbo coup.
changes. Yeah.
Because out of all the
Mhm.
the five majors that planned this coup, how many of them are actually Igbo? Let me even check. Okay, so you had Major Chukwuma Kaduna Nziogu is Igbo. Major Emmanuel Ifeanyi, that's Igbo, right?
Yeah, that's Igbo.
Major Adewale Ademoyega, who we all read his book,
Yes.
right? Why We Struck. Major Daniel Okafo and Major Christian Anufu. Oh man, you
Okay,
Igbo
we're
guys,
cooked.
fellow Igbo
So-
people, you're not beating the allegations. Four,
Oh,
four out of five of them. Do you understand? Oh my God. Anyways, Kaduna Nziogu was responsible for the operations in the north. Ifa Ajunwa was responsible for the operations in Lagos. Of course, we talked about Major Adewale Ademoyega, who was also a key planner and the author of the very famous book Why We Struck. If you've not read Why We Struck, as a young Nigerian, please go and read it. This is the first book I read on Nigeria's history and the
it's
coup.
an essential read.
It's an essential read. It was in my grandfather's library at the time, and it was a book I picked up and started reading when I was in, I think, later part of primary school or early secondary school. I remember picking up the book and reading it. And that's why it's also very good, right, to have like a stack of books in your house, right? And I learned this thing from just being in my grand folks' place, reading all the Reader's Digest, all the encyclopedias, and all these books. Something you have to do in your house, especially if you have kids. This is how you pick their interest in reading books. Just put a stack of books, pictures, whatever, put it there, let them read. It's the same way how if you want kids to eat a lot of fruits, don't force them to go to the fridge. Cut up the fruits. I read this somewhere as well. Cut up the fruits, cucumbers, whatever. Just cut everything or put it in a plate, make it nice. Just leave it on the table. They'll finish it. They'll just get
For
it and
real?
keep snack. Yeah. If you want your see, if you want your kids to eat,
I'll
you
try
keep
it
forcing
because
them, right?
they don't like we force them to eat food. They don't
No,
like eating food.
cut it up. Make sure it has lovely color combination. Tomatoes here, carrots there, cucumbers, some other food, oranges. Just cut it up, make it nice, right? Put it in a plate and just leave it on the table. Just leave it there. Don't tell them to take it. Just leave it there. And you once in a while you go and take. You see what will happen.
Okay, I'll try.
It's a good strategy. Same thing with books as well.
Yeah.
Leave the books around. What I did for my own kids in their room, I just built.
Yeah, that's
I
what
bought a
happened.
bookshelf and I just kept buying books and I stuck all the books there.
Yeah, they start reading.
And I was forcing them go and read at some. They won't even.
Yeah, it's true because nobody's forced us to pick up those books. I was just seeing random books everywhere. I was just
you see random books of your pops and just let them go and read.
Yeah, you just start reading. It's true.
Same way you saw the random bottles of alcohol.
No, no.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever seen alcohol in my house.
Really?
I ever saw alcohol in my house growing up. My dad is a pastor now. So
yeah, my dad had just one random alcohol somewhere. He also didn't used to drink that. Yeah. Anyways, this week in history, the Biafra War ends the same day the first coup was carried out. Wow, I didn't know this. January 15 as well, but 1970.
Yeah.
4 years later.
1970. 4 years later.
4 years down, we still dey carry go. Plenty people die. Plenty.
Man, that 1966 to 1970 must have been the wildest time to be in Nigeria.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're from the east.
Especially in the east, especially like in the war regions, like
of course.
Benin corridor, or people so far do.
Of course.
They
follow join now.
They tried taking over too at the time. There was a famous battle in Ore,
Yeah,
while Lagos people were just clubbing every night. Partying every night.
This book I was reading, what's it called? The Tragedy of Victory. I finished reading it. And there are lots of wonderful stories.
You know what I did to the book? Shout out to Coco, right? Coco told me about this app, Speechify.
Oh, okay.
So you can take a book, dump it in there, and then it will read it to you. It will create the audio version of the book. And you can choose which voice you want it to read it in.
Which voice did you choose?
Hell, what the fucking question is
that?
I chose Snoop Dogg's voice.
Oh, okay.
Because Snoop Dogg's voice is an option. Hey, yo, here's what's happening in the book right now. So Major Cotton Ziogu, that nigga was wild. He just went and shut the whole place up. No, that's not how it is. It actually reads the text. And I didn't choose Snoop Dogg, I chose somebody else. I chose an old British man.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense. There's some part in the book where the major who wrote it said when they liberated some people in the South, they were happy. Because they said, Biafra, don't show them paper. Say we are with you wholeheartedly.
Bro, I was watching the videos of the guy breaking down the book.
Yeah, I saw it.
He told me, I shared that video with you when he said they went into some, that in fact, the problem they were even having in Biafra was not even fighting people, was navigating the forest.
Yes.
That was even a bigger problem, that there was a snake that swallowed one of their guys.
Yeah, they said they had to do a 30-day march for them to do a special operation against the Biafra, and it was raining, and they had to now move in through forest that they didn't know. So snake go, they bite some of them. So man, they don't it was mad, man. It's at one point they were eating human beings. They didn't tell them. They got to one village, they cooked for them. They now just told them that they were eating human flesh.
Yeah. No, bro, it's a known thing because they cut access to food, right? In the east. It was a known thing that 5 people will go out and look for bushmeat, and 4 people will come back with meat.
Will come back open.
It was known.
He said at one point when they're even fighting against Biafra soldiers, when Biafra soldiers knew they are lost, they would just raise their hands up and say, "Bro, they're tired. They no do again.
God damn.
They no do. They were tired." Nah. That war
if you could have been transported back then, guys, you, right, with your family, Steve, you and your nuclear family, right, and you were in the East in that period, and that whole thing, what would you have done with your knowledge of now? Not knowledge of how the war turned out, but like how smart you are now. Blah, blah, blah.
I would have crossed to the west. Immediately Ojukwu announced, "I'm going back to the west." I'm sorry, man.
Bro, the terrains that you're crossing, like the routes that you're crossing with, those are the most dangerous routes now. Don't you know?
Yeah, that's
how do you think you're going to
before the war started?
Before the war, became official. I don't
Of
move
course,
already.
there's no warning now, bro.
Do you know how war? Do you know how war starts?
Do you know
Let me
how war
explain.
starts?
Let me
It's
explain
true,
to you.
sir.
Let me explain to you. Right now in the Netherlands, right? The Netherlands has contacted everybody, every family, anybody with a house address.
Mm-hmm.
They've sent an infographic and they've sent a plan and they've told every family in this country to prepare for a possible 3-day blackout.
For real?
Yes. Right? They've told everybody to prepare for a 3-day that go and get your shit together because there might not be power, gas, electricity, anything for 3 days straight. So it
Damn.
means water, go and get like mini stove. Do
Mm-hmm.
you understand? Like food, just go and get
Power
stuff.
banks, everything.
Yeah, yes, lanterns. They've done. There's a whole infographic. Lord knows where. I don't know where I put it. I could have
You
shown
be
you guys on the
Nigerian.
camera
You be
now, right
Nigerian.
now.
You don't need an infographic.
Bro, you know the shit. You know the shit.
You can't just
comes
let you
from-
go to send anything like that, are you?
bro. You know, it's not just power, because, and I'm even looking for the story where
Even mind state and everything. Yeah. Ikeja Electric. Ikeja Electric will be in the middle of blackout. They'll be giving you motivational quotes on Twitter.
Thank you.
Press
Let me
on.
read the story. Let me read the story for you. Prime Minister Dick Schoof urged citizens to take threats seriously that could disrupt the country's daily life and prepare in advance for possible emergencies. He wrote this on X. Think ahead. In the Netherlands, we are fortunate to live in freedom and safety, but there are threats that could disrupt our daily lives. Yes, other countries are trying to influence our government. For example, through the internet, spreading fake news, and also through attacks on critical computer systems, which could lead to emergencies. And if the systems fail across the country, it may take some time before everything is back up and running. Therefore, it is important to be able to stay at home for the first 72 hours and look after one another. Do you understand? He said, then in turn, the Dutch Foreign Minister David Van Veel stated on X that the international security situation is changing rapidly. He said digital attacks and disinformation do not stop at borders. That is why we are strengthening our cooperation in Europe and beyond. And it will also help if we were prepared for potential threats at home. I'm telling you, they sent infographics, everything, like 3-day blackout, things to buy, things to do. Go to the store and get X, Y, Z, and they did a whole breakdown of the things you should get. Guess what? Every single person I talked to, they've not planned for anything.
How would they plan?
Do you understand? So, and that's I'm just trying to buttress Steve's point by saying,
Yeah,
it's
when
true.
you hear war is coming,
You don't. Yeah.
in
You don't.
retrospect, you say, "Oh, the war happened." It never happens like boom, then the
Boom.
things blowing and exploding.
Yeah.
It always happens gradually. You'll be hearing, the thing now is in. It has gotten to. If you're in Lagos, the thing has gotten to Benin. Is it now?
It's not real.
But they said it will stop there. Nothing much. The thing now is in Badagry. Oh.
That reminds
They
me.
said until the thing gets to your doorstep,
Your
you
doorstep.
really never always
Don't
think war can get
to
to
come
you.
to you. Yeah, it's like fire. You see fire, they come. Say no, they go put them out. Boy, no,
You understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
for me, if back then, if I heard with the knowledge I have now, and once I heard Ojukwu, I don't know how he did the statement, whether it was on TV or on radio, but whenever it happened, I've taken my Sienna or whatever bus or whatever I've had, and I've gotten the fuck out of there.
bro.
I'm in Benin Republic.
Osagie, was this the reason you bought Sienna in Nigeria?
I bought Sienna
I was
because
thinking back now. You
Yeah.
you had the Sienna in Nigeria. Was
Because
it the
it's
reason
a
you bought
family
Sienna?
man. Because
yes,
it's
I
a
had a
family
Sienna.
man.
I also bought my mother a Sienna.
Yeah.
Yes, you need space.
Now the
reminds-
Sienna will take
You
do
need-
convoys with
You need
battle.
space. That Sienna convoy. You see what I'm talking about? How many
Yeah.
Siennas did we use? 2 Siennas and
Two-
we're
two
Two
good.
Siennas. Yeah.
Imagine if we had to use car.
Everybody from hook. Speaking of this,
There's this joke about Sienna. One guy was saying, you were dating a guy driving a Sienna. You did not think that he was
He's
married
not
with children.
he was married.
you thought he just wanted a big car. Eh?
Oh
Speaking
my
about
God.
this other thing that Steve said, in this book, Tragedy of Victory, the guy, first of all, does not like Obasanjo. Him and Obasanjo have personality clash. He now said, when Biafra forces were coming to the southwest, that they actually got to that Ore part, and they told Obasanjo to blow up the bridge, but Obasanjo could not be found. That it was a civilian that actually blew up the bridge and stopped Biafra from further penetrating to the southwest. So he now said,
Mm.
when Murtala Mohammed, what's his name, Gowon now suggested that Obasanjo take over their unit.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, no, nah, this guy no get levels. That they actually even went to Obasanjo's house and said, okay, they say you don't want taking over. And Obasanjo said no, that he's just an engineer. He does not know the war front. And he said the guy was disappointed in Obasanjo that somebody like this should actually lead the soldiers. But no, that they forced Obasanjo to get to the war front and all his strategies were failing.
In hindsight,
was-
Obasanjo, if you even read his book, he wasn't even enthusiastic about the war at all.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah, it
enthusiastic
was-
about the war at
he said-
all.
He's
The man said-
more of
An admin guy.
yeah,
He's
no,
not a
but
Yes.
even a pacifist and negotiator.
Yes.
Yeah,
he
it's
was-
true. It's true.
He said
Except
after
when he went to
Obasanjo,
kill the people in Odisha.
so the guy even made an example that strategy that Obasanjo did, he did it in Biafra and he failed. He failed. And he was not surprised that Obasanjo did it in OD and the Boko
In
Haram issue.
OD.
That he doesn't know tactics, he doesn't know warfare. Now the reason why Nigeria won was because they now finally
He didn't have war experiences. Like,
he didn't have.
He was always
Was that-
being sent to
Was that his first war?
diplomatic or would I say administration
probably.
trainings, administration training, administrative trainings in the UK, in Russia,
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
The guy who wrote the book said that their first idea that they saw to go on was what they finally did to not end the war.
Wow.
And when they even ended the war, Obasanjo had gotten lost somewhere. They had to trace him and his men to finally come and so that they can come and give him the white flag that Biafra has surrendered. Yeah, but it's an enlightening book. Anybody that can get their hands on it should read it.
Yeah, you guys should read it, man. It's really good. I'm listening to the audio, but I listen
From
to too
Snoop.
many podcasts. Yeah, from Snoop.
Speaking of Snoop, you guys should read this book. Only God Can Judge Me. It is the most
By Snoop.
revealing. No, it is the most revealing biography of Tupac Amaru Shakur. It demystifies him in every single way and shows you who the true man was. It is amazing. It is amazing. If you guys can get your hands on it, read it. Only God Can Judge Me.
I'm seeing it here.
All
Only
right.
God Can Judge Me. The Many Lives of Tupac Shakur. Author is Jeff Perlman.
Hell, man. Beautiful.
All right,
author.
you know what to do. You know what to do.
Of course. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Val.
He basically
Anyways,
just said that. Sorry, just basically said that Tupac gangster image was all a lie. That he was totally opposite of who he was in public.
wow.
With evidence,
Wow.
hardcore facts. Not even everything was well stated.
Was
And
a
then the book did not
was
even
a thespian.
was it. It's an effeminate thespian actually. That he was actually very effeminate. Yes.
Yeah, Madonna was his
Yeah.
boy girlfriend. Really like
Yeah.
Madonna. Did you see the letter he wrote to Madonna?
Yes, he wrote it. Yeah, he wrote
Kai,
a
that
nice
guy
letter
did
to
right.
Madonna. He
That
also
guy
did
did
not
right.
have very great words for Tupac's mom. I won't just say more than that. Yeah. I'll give you guys the link to go and buy it on
to
podcast.
purchase it. Thank you.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
better. Well,
Yeah.
much better. Thank you. Yes, this is Green History. Let's finish up the Biafra War. And after more than 2 years of fighting between the armed forces of Nigeria and the breakaway Republic of Biafra, the civil war officially ended on 15th of January 1970. The war claimed the lives of millions of Biafran soldiers, civilians, many of them dying from hunger as a result of food blockades by the Nigerian government. The war also displaced nearly 5 million people. This week in history, January 16, 1959, the Nigerian British singer, songwriter, composer, and record producer
Oh,
Shade
my
Adu
baby.
Shade Adu was born in Ibadan on January 15, 1959. She moved to the United Kingdom at the age of 4, lucky for her, and was a fashion designer and part-time model before she started making music full-time. In 1986, she became the first Nigerian-born artist to win a Grammy Award, where she was named the Best New Artist. She was appointed an officer of the Order of the British Empire in 2002 and commander of the British Empire for the services to music. Shadi Adu.
Finest Yoruba baby ever, man.
Shadi Adu. Amazing,
Sade.
amazing, amazing.
Sade.
Amazing. Sade. Of course, January 17, 1983, this week in history, Ghana must go. On the morning of January 17, 1983, Nigeria's Minister of Internal Affairs, Ali Baba, announced in a national television broadcast that all undocumented migrants living in Nigeria should leave within 2 weeks or risk arrest and deportation. The government said it was forced to take the action to protect the integrity of Nigerian immigration laws, the general economic recession, and the involvement of some foreigners in violent religious disturbances in Nigeria. Ghanaians were the most affected by the mass deportation, as the government also blamed them for involvement in some crimes, including armed robbery in Nigeria. The event led to the popularity of the famous slogan, Ghana must go, right? Which, of course, was birthed from the Ghana must go bags, which the undocumented migrants used to pack their belongings for the journey back home. This week in history, your fellow Nigerians were a bunch of hypocritical racists who chased their African brothers out of their region. And you guys have the guts to say South Africans are xenophobic.
No,
Just
when it comes to
this week in history,
when it comes to xenophobia, I think South Africa, by a long mile, is the Real Madrid of the Champions League of xenophobia. I think
bro,
very clearly.
do you know my
take
famous
the
meme?
cake.
Do you know my
What?
famous meme? You don't know my
I know
famous
it.
meme?
I know your meme. I know the meme.
I need to play. Now I need to play it. That's my famous meme. I need to play this meme.
That meme is crazy, man.
That meme is gold. That's my famous meme.
The woman
Ever.
was so serious. It was so serious when she said it. Like,
I'm gonna look for that shit. We have to play that shit before. Oh god, I found it. I have found it. Where is this? Let me just play for you guys. This is woman crying.
I hate foreigners. I hate foreigners. I hate.
This is a BBC interview, right? The woman says, she first says, I hate foreigners. Then she looks to the sky and starts crying. Then she comes back and says, I hate foreigners.
you talk about
How can somebody be this passionate about hating people? Oh my.
you know, I like them. They stand on business. They stand on business. They don't even care anymore. They don't even. We don't
See,
give a
I
fuck.
can get you. You can be passionate about things. How can you be passionate about hating foreigners?
See, if they ever carry AFCON go to South Africa, well, Allah, we go here. Nigeria should even pass the first round. Let's just be going home. I beg.
I hate
And then we win at last, y'all, to be very honest.
Oh, is that way about 2013?
Yep.
Oh, did we play South Africa?
No. I don't
That's
get
why.
that,
Man.
but play that.
Imagine Nigeria, South Africa, and South Africa. Bruh.
No,
It's over
that's
now.
crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
They don't even give somebody a good hotel. There's no hotel for
See,
you people.
this beef in in football with Nigeria and South Africa is just because they banned us from 98 and they won.
It's just because of 96, so that's
because
it.
of
though.
96.
Sorry,
It's because of
96.
96.
And 98.
That's the only
96,
reason why we
yeah.
don't like them, Abi.
No, CAF
Yes,
banned us
that's what
98.
started it. That's what started
Yeah.
that sentiment that, oh, it's because we're not there, that's why you guys won it.
Mhm.
So that arrogance, he rubs them the wrong way, bro. Like, they don't like it.
No, they
And
don't
that's
like
where
it
that
now,
rivalry started. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't like that. Obviously, then the political and cultural rivalries later followed. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the cultural rivalry between South Africa?
So
It's
South Africa in the
it's
90s,
political.
it was basically of, when Mandela came in, South Africa now became the rising nation in Africa, and we were stuck with Mr. Reban. So
Reban Abacha.
Reban Abacha. Yeah.
Hey.
But
All
I
right,
think to me, I think the Nigeria-Ghana rivalry is cooler than the Nigeria-South Africa one. No matter what, I still like my Ghanaian brothers.
Yeah, shout out to my Ghanaian brothers, man.
Yeah.
Love them all. All right, let's go to fan mail real quick and get the hell out of here.
All right.
First fan mail is from Toby the Genius. Happy New Year to you, Toby the Genius. He says AOT goes to church. First of all, it's not AOT, it's AOT2. First of all.
Oh.
Okay. First things first. Anyways, he says Hello, Giant. Happy New Year, and thanks for being a huge part of my 2025. Listening to the Audacity episode, Osags explained why music journalists have shied away from writing negative album reviews. The explanation made sense in a very hands-off way. But it then got me curious. If you guys were still in your journalistic years writing for Pulse or another platform, would you bite the bullet and write these reviews? If your answer is yes, that means we are losing something. It means we are aiding and abetting the decline of our society because of survival. So when we talk about media being in a state of emergency, it's because the journalists, media houses, and real thinkers have left the craft for survival. I would argue that the same thing is happening in all of the media. This reminds me of a quote by Jordan B. Peterson. If you have something to say, your silence becomes a lie. In other news, I saw Yotitu in my church for crossover service. I was going to greet him when everywhere erupted at the turn of the new year, but he left a few minutes before. Anyways, see you next year. He said so.
First of
Before
all,
they said Happy New Year, you left the church. Aren't you meant to
because
do the actual
because
crossover? You're meant to cross over in the house of
because
God.
it's New Year in Australia, so I don't
Let me say,
understand why.
Noli Osagie no go crossover service for this podcast.
Also, this
Obviously.
fan mail.
How do you think I didn't go? Why do you think I
You
didn't
no go. You no go.
I'm
Do
not
they even
saying,
have
I'm not
crossover
saying
in
if I went or not.
Holland? Do they even have crossover there?
I'm asking why do you think I did not go?
I just know. I don't think. I just know that you didn't go. I didn't think about it. I just know that.
That's a quote.
It's not about what I don't think.
I just know I don't think.
No, we have to write that
just-
down. That's mine.
I just know.
I don't think.
I'm
We have to
writing
write
I
it
just
that
know
down.
that Osagie did not attend crossover
I'm writing it.
service.
Give me a
No, we
second,
have to-
please. I'm
we have
writing
to
it.
write
What are you
that
writing down?
I just
It's like top 7 dead or
No.
alive or whatever. What did he say that is?
I don't think.
At all time.
This is why every football argument Steve has with me now makes sense. I just know I don't think. You understand? This guy was trying to argue with me this morning. And I was giving him data and he was giving me one Fulham match. This guy.
Don't worry about data. Saka is the best attacker at Arsenal by
This
far.
guy.
There's nobody that even comes close.
You see-
That's
you see
that's
what
why
I'm
the
saying?
argument is.
They say
That's why
things
the
like
argument
this.
is even funny.
Ayo,
They bring his
he
stats.
just says things like this.
Ayo,
I bring
Osagie,
detailed stats.
Osagie, if you're playing, if
Trossard
Man U
has
is playing Arsenal tomorrow and there's no Trossard, right? And they're playing us on that scenario, they're playing Arsenal, there's no Saka. Which one would you prefer?
Of
Just
course.
be very honest with yourself.
be very honest with yourself.
Just be very honest with yourself.
Trossard is a deadlier striker, a deadlier forward than Saka in 2025, 2026.
You can't just
season.
use final action in football is not the only thing that matters. It's somebody that makes the play, somebody progresses the play, somebody provides the dangerous moments. Like there's
You
so
said
many
this
things that
thing,
involve in
and
football.
I'm going to reply you
There's
with what I said.
there's
Because
no
this
player-
this thing and nuance that you're
Chances
trying to
creation
do-
is Saka,
This-
dribbling is Saka,
You're trying to
progressive is
create-
Saka, everything is Saka. You can't just say, "Oh, goal scoring and assist."
Ayo, please
That's
let
not how football is.
Ayo, please let me say. I'm going to just read.
You're
You
arguing
said-
football like someone who does not watch it.
Thank you. I don't just know. I just know. I don't think.
I just know it. Like you watch it, just
Ayo,
know. It's
Ayo.
not about data.
Oh, can I talk?
GA. No.
Mr.
That's
Steve,
not
can
how
I
it's
talk?
done.
Please,
You
Mr.
sit down
Steve.
properly, watch
this
the
thing
game.
is no, this guy is a fucking Nigerian. I'm fucking tired of this guy. See, Ayo, he said all this things. He said it in the group. I replied him with this. I said, the points on an EPL table, Premier League table, the points, your position is calculated by the number of points you have. This is how they collectively agreed, right?
Yeah.
How do you accumulate these points? Or how do you acquire these points? You acquire these points by winning the game. How do you win the game? By goal contributions and keeping clean sheets. Abi?
Yes.
Yes? Good.
Yes.
Now, as a forward, your own contribution to the team is expectations of what? Goal and assists.
Assists.
Not
Yeah.
midfielder. Not defender. As a defender, your
Saka is a
contribution is,
midfielder.
oh, please, excuse me. Excuse me, please.
Steve, you don't talk your own.
As a defender, your own contribution is what? Clean sheets and getting the ball forward. Abi?
Yeah.
Depending on where you are, the fullback is getting the ball forward. As a forward, the guy is a left winger. As a winger, your own contribution,
Now goal and
goal and
assist.
assist.
Nothing concern you pass that one.
Nothing
again.
concern you. Now, I'm now comparing this Saka with a guy called Leandro Trossard. right? The data shows that Trossard has
It's in that data.
Wait now, don't do this now. We have all
Don't even say
every
stats.
It's 2026 now. If you are not saying data and football, you go and sit down somewhere now. Don't do this.
I asked you a simple question. You didn't answer. Which one would you prefer to face? An Arsenal without Saka or an Arsenal without Trossard?
An Arsenal in 2025-2026, an Arsenal without Leandro Trossard.
That's the one you prefer.
Yes.
Yeah, because he has more stats now. Yeah.
He didn't even let me finish what I'm saying. He has interjected again. Trossard has the stats show that Trossard has less XG, expected goals and assists, than Saka. He has less than Saka should have, right? That is expected.
Yeah.
Now in 2025-2026, he has more. He has outperformed his XG to the point where he has outperformed it more than somebody who has more expectations of goal and assist than him, which is Saka. He has more goals and assists.
Why does Saka have more expected goals
than Saka? He has played less games. Ayo, listen to
me. Why does Saka have? What does he have less? Okay.
He has played less games. He has less XG than Saka, but he's outperforming Saka. You are now trying to tell me that Saka is better than that guy this season.
What do you think causes? Why do you think Saka's SG is higher?
Because why do you think he has more expected goals and assists?
Yes.
Because the data has accumulated his gameplay over the past period, the previous
so what's in that gameplay that the data accumulated?
Goals and assists.
Okay.
Which has dropped.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Somebody's outperforming another person. Saka has played 20 games. The guy has played 18 games. The guy has played 1,181 minutes. Saka has played 1,459 minutes. He has 5 goals. Saka has 4. He has 4 assists. Saka has 3.
It's a simplistic take. It's a very, very simplistic take.
It is not simplistic.
There's no attacker in Arsenal that's on Saka's level. And that's the problem.
I'm not done. No. You know the beautiful thing about the Premiership comparison? It goes beyond goals and assists. Goal involvement. Trossard has 9. Saka has 7. So this thing is talking about goal involvement. See, his expected goals are 4.01. Trossard. Saka's expected goals are 5.51. He's outperforming Saka.
Steve, go with the data. Go with the data.
Do you understand?
Because I did watch football now.
Trossard's expected goals are 4 points. What did I say? Trossard's expected goals.
Because I did watch football
Wait now, Steve, make I talk this thing now. Trossard's expected goals are what? 4.01. He scored 5. Saka's expected goals are 5.51. He scored 4. Saka is underperforming his XG. Trossard is overperforming his XG and has overperformed. Is currently performing Saka's XG. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. Shots inside the box, 11 for Trossard, 21 for Saka. It means that if you do the maths, Trossard's potency of shooting and scoring is higher than Saka's.
Trossard is the best finisher at Arsenal. Easily, by a mile. The best finisher at Arsenal. The best player, the best forward, the best attacker at Arsenal.
I've broken it down for you.
Context. You are saying, oh, somebody finishes better. Somebody has more final finishes, final play than Saka. Yes, Trossard is the most dangerous attacker in Arsenal. He faces the post, he shoots, he scores. But the best attacker, the best player in Arsenal's attack is Saka.
You are just knowing. You are not thinking. You are not telling me anything. I've broken it down for you with stats. That's my problem with Steve. He's not replying me with anything.
You are just using. You are using one person. You are using one person. Is a very.
You are replying. It's not a simplistic take. Your take is very simplistic. I have.
You are just using somebody's strength against another person's weakness.
There's no
Saka
strength
is not
here.
A finisher.
There's no strength here.
Trossard is a lethal finisher.
Bro,
very, very
you're a
lethal.
winger. Your job is goal and assist. I'm breaking it down that somebody is outperforming in your role. You are just coming to tell me ultimately that Saka is the best. How can I be a response to what I just said? What is gameplay?
When you watch the game, the way
how do you measure the gameplay? You can't measure the gameplay.
I can measure it by dribbles, by dribbles, by progressive plays, passes into the final 18, pre-assist, use pre-assist. So many things.
I just gave you in this season. Trossard has more goal involvements.
That is goal and assist. It's goal and assist. goal and assist is still simplistic at the end of the day because it's people that progresses the ball to that position where you score. The goal against Aston Villa that he scored is Saka that dribbled and brought the ball into the box and he bounces off a defender and Trossard just finishes with one touch. One single touch because it leads to a goal is now better than the person who contributed, who made the crosses, who made the passes, made the dribbling inside the box, caused chaos moments, struck fear into the opposition's defense, open up space, everything. You can't you don't value them. It's only the person who put it into the net. That's not how you make an argument.
You have mentioned some other stats, so I'm going to do what? I'm now going to go into further go into it. Okay, which are the stats that actually make sense, right? Possession, passes. Saka has 503. Trossard has 438. He has played less time, so it makes sense. Long passes, percentage completed of long passes. Trossard has 46. Saka has 27. Through balls, say make we open through ball triangle, Abi through ball. Trossard has 6. Saka has 2.
Hey. Problem there.
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? You're talking to me about dribble that did not lead to true ball. Okay, he has 67 dribbles. Trossard has 25. How many dribbles does Bruno Fernandes have? Does he trash all of them? You're telling me dribbles.
Oh yeah. Don't worry yourself.
Back to the family, please. Okay, that is my church, not your church, because I probably started going to that church before you.
Which church is that? Can you just please? What's the name of the church?
I'm a
for security purposes.
I'm a public figure.
Yeah,
people they hate me for streets now too much, so I can't be aligning such details out.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Oh God, I'm reading from an Arsenal fan. Oh fuck. Mr. Bayo Mishori. First of all, Bayo Mishori is sending.
Bayo Mishori is not an Arsenal fan. He's a Chelsea fan.
Oh, Chelsea fan. Yeah, he's always trolling us now. So I not thought he was an Arsenal fan. You see why you should associate with your club more and not troll another person's club.
Exactly.
That's also
Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them.
And first of all, Baron Mishore sending an fan mail and starting the subject with "Don't mind Osagie" is crazy.
Yeah, of course. Nobody should be listening to you.
Yeah, because I just know I don't think.
Nobody should be listening to you.
This is the name of the title of this episode. I just know I don't think. It's crazy. Anyways, this is from the Baron Mishore. This is friend of the house. Shout out Baron Mishore, first of all. Friend of the house, friend of the show, friend of everything. Hello guys, happy new year to you guys and thank you for your service. Too many times I want to send a message see the thing about these very good writers is that they put in some words I can't even pronounce. I can't pronounce it, so I'm going to use I'm going to put the word and then tell the word
riposte.
Riposte. What is a riposte? A riposte is a quick, clever reply to an insult or criticism. Oh, God, waiting for it today. Anyways, too many times I want to send a message as a riposte to something you guys have said. Then life happens, I get busy and forget. Other times I think maybe not, and I call Osagie instead. Yes, we do talk and I value those conversations. This time I have to make a comment on the matter of the US invading Nigeria and Venezuela and Greenland very soon, Trump willing. Osagie thinks it won't have happened during Bubu's tenure. Toothpick Bubu, I don't give a fuck Bubu, the same Bubu that became president just to have it on the CV. Just to make things clear, there are only 2 countries in the world that the US cannot invade willy-nilly. You guessed right, Russia and China. Of course, there are other countries that are safe because of their alliances with these 2. There has never been a time in our history when the US could not have occupied us if they so desired. Maybe when we just discovered oil, because every other world power would have wanted their piece of the pie. In support of my argument, I tried, but I have been unable to track down the BBC interview of a Danish official who sounded dejected, saying there's nothing anyone can do if indeed the US made good on its threat. Perhaps the lead researcher can do me this favor. Results may vary, of course. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. Gotta give it a shot. Gotta give it a shot. There are some murmurs in Europe, but in truth, there's nothing any of the NATO member countries can do. So that's that. The other thing, don't allow Osags and his absolutely pessimistic views be the tone and tune of this pod. After all, you guys speak life into the lives of your young listeners. You give advice to help them fix up their lives in the same Nigeria that you have decided that will never be better. Note, I completely understand your argument, but the whole point of being a fan is the hope that things will improve at some stage. Okay? Let Arsenal fans Arsenal. Let Nigerians Nigeria. Maybe people will rise up and fight for their country. And I'm not referring to another October 20. I'm talking about people joining political parties en masse and getting involved in our governance. I'm talking about the best of us actually doing the responsible thing and putting hands to us. In closing, words have power, and you guys well know, in my opinion, as bad as things are in Nigeria, they are bad. Nigeria is not the worst place to live in the world. Also, for good or for bad, Nigeria is our country. We get the Nigeria we work or don't work for. And finally, to speak to you directly, I'll quote Martin Luther King Jr. by saying, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. I think that's better messaging. Well done. Thank you very much, Barry Mishori. You guys can follow Barry Mishori on Twitter. It is Bayo Omishore. IBYOOMISORE. I believe it's the same on Instagram as well. See, I completely agree with the second part of what he says. We need to be. Am I that pessimistic, guys?
We are just overwhelmed by the daily news that comes out from Nigeria.
It's the lead researcher. Lead researcher put positive things in the script. I'm just following the scripts. See, guys, I don't know. I just know.
Let's look for positivity, Steve. Let's look for positivity.
Oh, this statement is a banger, man. I just read the script. I don't think. That's what I do. Okay. If you give me positive stuff on the script, I'm going to read. So, lead researcher, let's take a cue from what Bayo said, right? Let's try and add some positivity to the script. Everything is not as negative and as bad as it is. And I don't want to be, negative media, everything, just pushing negativity and scaring everybody. Let's do that. This is not a scare the people podcast. So let's try and balance it up with some positivity, okay?
We need some positiveness.
Yes, if our Minister of Communications and Technology, if he launches another meaningless AI platform for something again, I think we should highlight it. Let's do that, okay? If our commissioner in Lagos, Tokumba Wahab, arrests some street urchins again and clears the streets, it's something we should highlight. Okay, I'm just joking, but on the real, let's look for positive stuff. We're gonna talk about this after the show, but let's try and balance it. I think I don't want to be negative all the time. It's easy to be negative, but exactly, but I think something Bayo says here is very important. And if you look back at it, right, we grew up in a Nigeria and made something for ourselves in a Nigeria that was also going through what is going now, right? And we had people who encouraged us. We worked hard and all of that. So I think it's the same thing. Like you say, Steve, the Nigerian context matters. In this roughness, we can find the diamonds and bring the diamonds out. I know I'm serious now. I'm not being sarcastic. There are positive things going on or opportunities and stuff like that. Let's highlight it as well. I'm serious. If not, we're just going. This is just negative porn. Like it's what they call this? How do you
poverty porn?
Well, not poverty in this case. More like
it's negative. This is negative porn.
This is like negative porn. And maybe we should move away from that. All right, man. We got a message from our favorite dog, Doc Neto.
Doc Neto in the building.
Yes. Chimamanda's tragedy and Nigeria's healthcare system. Steve was talking about hearing from Doc Neto, and the doc never disappoints. He's written to us, says, "Hi guys, thanks for the shout out on the last pod. I deliberately stayed away from publicly commenting on the Chimamanda story. It is challenging and it's a sad situation that one never wishes on their worst enemy. True that." Any attempt at a rational analysis at an intensely emotive time for a family I've personally interacted with would be unwise. Round of applause to Doc Michael, man. This is a man that knows and also thinks. That's all I can say. That's all that's all I can say. You're not gonna, you see this thing where you talk. Anyways, as with many high-profile cases like this, there's often a lot of detail that's unclear. So commenting prematurely inevitably means we miss the facts of the case and what we can learn from it. What is certain, however, is that we have a poor culture of safety and urgency in our healthcare system, and that deficiency will always show up at critical times. What I've also learned from experience in medicine is that sometimes when it's your time to go, it just is, despite the best will and efforts of the best medical systems in the world. Chimamanda's husband is a doctor, and she comes from a community of many doctors. I'm sure they will get to the bottom of this and see it as justice, or see to it that justice is done. For me, I've always maintained that we should never waste a death. Every death is an opportunity to improve systems to prevent similar deaths in the future. Regards, Doc Nato. P.S. I'm in a WhatsApp group with the CEO of the hospital, and I can confirm that this case is putting them under intense pressure for better or worse. That hospital is, however, for the 1%, so I'm unsure if anything learned in this case will trickle down to the masses who continue to die every day from systemic and individual negligence.
Oh, wow.
Ah, man. See, at the end of the day, somebody died. And what is painful is that a child died. You know, and when kids die, it's very painful because you've missed out on so many things. You've missed out on that kid's potential future, the birthdays, the smiles, the
Yeah.
potential that kid had. You know, you miss out on all of that after bringing the child to the world. So
It's crazy.
yeah, it is crazy. It is crazy, and I wish Chimamanda all our love we send Chimamanda all our love. Condolences from here, from Loose Talk and all the giants. But like Doc said, never waste a death. And Doc
Never.
has that all-time banger Medium article talking about this. Steve, you can pull up the article for us. We can send it to Nana so he puts it in the show notes and people can read it. Never waste a death. Every death is an opportunity to improve systems to prevent similar deaths in the future. So, yeah, that's that. And we'll leave you guys till next week, guys.
All righty.
Thank you for rocking with us again. I appreciate you guys.
Yep.
And next week we'll try and sound less negative. Okay.
Upbeat.
We'll try and sound
Now,
upbeat.
Tinubu's back, so that's upbeat. That's one.
Is
Our
he
president
back?
is back. He's back. He came back yesterday.
Came back yesterday. So apparently, if the well, can you guys confirm this for me? I saw somewhere someone saying that apparently, if the president is going to be out of the country for I think 21 days or so, they would need to hand over the country to the vice president. And yesterday was meant to be the 21st day or so. And this here, Tinubu apparently or reportedly assigned Shatima, the VP, to a task outside the country.
Okay.
And then he came back today. But this is the first time. So first of all, people are even saying Tinubu is visiting Nigeria. That's the first thing they're saying.
That's a nice way to put it.
That's a nice
spin. That's a nice spin.
Because it's 21st day. What is it? This one. It's the 18th day of January, 18th day in the year, and the president is just touching soil.
Yeah, he touched all yesterday, I believe. Yeah,
Yesterday.
17th. Yeah.
So 17 days in, and he's just touching soil. Is that a big deal?
In normal countries, it should be a big deal.
Okay. Anyway, he's back now, and that's
It stays away too much though. That's the thing.
Hey man, it's a lot to deal with in Nigeria.
More than Bubu.
No.
Bubu was a travel blogger.
Yeah.
That must never be wasted. I've just seen the article.
Okay.
Anyways, man, we're going to leave you with the birthday girl. We're going to leave you with Shadi, the band Shadi. This is the Smooth Operator.
You are now listening to Loose Talk.